What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Get this beat kind of crack. I ain't gonna lie. This is a little smooth, little lo-fi track. I like it. That's why I gotta change the music on here. Honestly, I gotta update the music. I gotta do some All right, I gotta get the beat machine out. Get some things going. Well, what's up, everybody? This your man Dre Mac. Um, my co-host Blue will be on his way, so you're gonna get my lovely face for a while. Um, Hopefully you guys are doing great. Hopefully you guys are happy and healthy. Um, he's gonna be here at 7:30. Um, yeah, we gotta get these times together. Um, So you are going to get me for the first 30 minutes of this show. That's what you're gonna get. I'm gonna be on my Stephen Dre Smith or Stephen Dre Swift. Since I'm in Kansas City, and everybody wants to be a Swifty. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I know Travis Kelsey is a good guy. He's a good guy, but I don't understand. I just dropped a couple videos today. I dropped it's 3 videos. What's good? Mr. YouTube 92. What is good? I just dropped a few videos. What's up, D Stizzle? Today, one of those videos is talking about the recast that is being petitioned now for Balin's Skull because of the tragic death of Ray Stevens. So I had a conversation about that, and I might until we get Blue in here, you know what I'm saying, and then we can really get this thing started. We can talk, we're good because today we're going to talk about Drake and Joe Budden. We're going to talk Loki season 2, and we're going to talk Deadpool 3 from the wrap because it's keeping this original date as of May the 3rd, 2024. I'm looking at it on my other screen here that's right next to me. So that is a good thing that we're still going to get Deadpool 3. Everything is going to come out the way it does. That's awesome. I do have an announcement that I want to talk about, and I was going to wait till Blue got on, but Blue will be here at the 7:30 Central Time mark, so that's cool. But unfortunately, Mika G just has moved to Greater Pasture. She's doing something different. So Mika G is no longer part of the Blerd AF. I do appreciate her time being on the show for the first 12 episodes, but she is going on to do other things. So and all her endeavors. So I actually would love to have, and this is just I'm throwing it out here in the zeitgeist, another um female co-host who wants to come along. You know what I mean? I mean, me and Blue gonna do our thing, but any woman who wants to come on to the Blerd AF, do a 7 o'clock show Central Time. Yes, D says a word. She's no longer with the crew, but she's doing other things, and many blessings to her in her future endeavors. You know what I mean? So yeah. Like I said, I'm throwing it out to the zeitgeist. Any female co-host who is a nerd who likes talking about comic book movies, Star Wars, that type of thing, make sure to hit me up on Twitter at the Dre Mac Show, or you can hit me up on Instagram at the Real Dre Mac if you want to really do this thing. Now, of course, we got the super chats, we got the memberships that we started on the Dre Mac Show. So most definitely, I'm going to need additional things. You know what I'm saying? Additional things here in the future. You know what I mean? I'm going to have some moderators here in the future. You know what I mean? Because this is going to be a brand, just like Chillmonger, Back of the Bus, Blues House Live. These are brands. So we're building this thing as a business. So if you want to be a part of this business and you're serious and you like talking about nerdy things, make sure to hit me up Or fellas, if you know some, know some ladies who want to get into that, but they don't know how or whatever, and they need a fresh start, make sure that they come holler at me and we could get this thing going. So yeah, that is my big announcement of the channel. I am going to be in search of another female co-host. So yeah. So let me do this. I want to, because I know we're on this live, and like I said, I don't want to start the actual conversations without Blue because of what we're doing. I know there's a lot of my show is going on right. Me and Blue show is going on right now. The Blerd AF is going on right now. I got Back of the Bus podcast doing a thing with Theo right now. Spoiler Kings, shout out to Spoiler Kings, man. Shout out to Spoiler Kings. The Spoiler Kings show me so much love when I go into their chat. I love the conversation that they be having. That they have. That's that they be having. That they have. So shout out to the Spoiler Kings, man, doing their thing. I love coming in there, supporting their channel, just like I support a lot of other people's channels. Chill, you know what I'm saying? Theo, Be Real with D-Real, as much as I possibly can. As much as I love and I want support, I want to make sure that I'm giving out that same said support. So let's get to it. Let me get you. I want to show you guys, if you haven't seen this video, I want to show you this video. It just literally recently updated. It went on live, but we could recast everybody but T'Challa. I want to show you guys and kind of do a little reaction until I get everything going, until Blue gets in. I want to kind of do a reaction to that. I want to hear what you guys have to say on this, and most definitely go and check it out yourself if you can't stick around for it. But let me share my screen real quick and let's get to it. I should have got me something to drink. Jeez. Let me see. Let's go. Yep, there we go. Nope, that's not what I want. All right, so this video is literally talking about what has been going on with this. Anytime we do, we talk about, like recast T'Challa. Let me check this out. Yeah, let me use this format. I don't think I like that. Hold on. It's literally kind of the same thing. Let me just put myself in the corner. I'm gonna put baby in the corner. But I want y'all to check out this video that I did. And there's a reason why I want y'all to check it out, just in case, because it literally just went live 30 minutes before the show. So let me get into this, and then y'all tell me what you guys think. Yo, what is up? This is your man Dre Mag, coming to you with another episode of the Dre Mag Show. So I want to address something. This is one of the rare times you will see me just go straight to the point. Especially when I'm irritated, I'm going straight to the point. Everyone can get recast except T'Challa. Now I know there's a lot of anti-recasters out there. Sorry, I gotta up this there. So I want to point something out to show your hypocrisy, and we're about to get into it right now. So The Root has had a video, a article that came out that I got shared with on Twitter, talking about how Marvel should recast Kang the Conqueror. Now, mind you, this is the problem again that I always have with The Root, is you could be able to shell out information But when it comes to your audience has no idea what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? You got all this information to push a narrative. They do a lot of, and I feel like journalism integrity. No, I don't feel. I know journalism integrity is out the fucking window. I'm gonna just call it what it is. It's out the fucking window because nobody cares about the truth anymore. What they care about is what the opinion piece can be. How can I get people to get riled up to read my thing? You know what I mean? And it's more of a fluff piece, opinion piece. There's no pure information in there. There's none. Because if there was real information in there, then instead of educating your audience and having your audience actually grow and say, well, because information and facts, it's not opinion. So if you have facts on Jonathan Majors, there's no opinion that can be pushed. But when you want to push an opinion, you want to make black men seem like they just the most horrible things in the world. You know what I mean? And you don't push the narrative. I mean, you don't push the truth. This is what we get. Let me just continue with this video real quick. And if you guys are in here, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the video. Also, Jonathan Majors has not been charged. I mean, he's been charged with a crime, but he's not been found guilty by anything. So I'm about to go ahead and I'm about to share this tab so I can be able to show you exactly what I'm talking about. And then I'm going to go into another situation or whatever and not hold you that much time. But here's how Marvel should recast Jonathan Majors Kane in Loki season 2. Now, I'm going to tell you off tops, I don't like the root. I don't like the root for absolutely any positive reason whatsoever. And I'm about to show you why the root should not be trusted. This actually came out last Wednesday on October the 4th. Now, mind you, there has been several information that came out about Jonathan Majors' case. We already know what the insider report has said, right? But they still are pushing a narrative. Again, the insider came out, and let me just show you. And if you've been following the channel, and this is for all the people that are new, but if you've been following the channel, of course, we always talk about what the insider has done. We talked about that. The insider did this, the insider talked about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to rehash it, but for the people, because I tagged the root in this video, so the people who are looking for the root, they're like, oh, what's going on with this? You know what I mean? They could be able to see there's hypocrisy in this. And that's all I'm calling out the hypocrisy. That's all I'm doing. Because again, you can make this piece about Jonathan Majors, the King, and this, that, and the other. But yeah, you can't tell them all the rest of the things that he has going on and why, your Marvel waiting for all the information is probably valuable because they have came out with this, and this. Come on, man. Real quick, what the insider said. The insider posts this video, this article with receipts and all of that. Jonathan Majors' assault case. Grace Jabari, aka Stephanie McMahon Helmsley, appears unharmed in exclusive video Marvel star says DA hid. Now, all I'm saying is the root. Where's this video? Where's this information at? You want to recast Jonathan Majors so bad. Give me evidence that disputes this information from the insider by Stephanie Italiano that has been coming with nothing but receipts after receipts after receipts after receipts. I already got videos that already talk about this, right? So again, let's go back to what the root said. Now, I've always thought the root was a Black-owned establishment. Come to find out, I was wrong on that end. They're not. So Stephanie Holland thought it was okay to be able to publish this, but not tell the people that are reading the root that, hey, do you know there's evidence that, favors Jonathan Majors in this case? And there's a reason why we shouldn't even think about recasting this character, because he might have his case dismissed, or if they do take it, he might win. No, this is what they said. As we prepare to jump back into the timeline chaos of the TVA and Loki season 2, premiering October the 5th, we have a lot of questions about what's coming in the next chapter of the story. Leading the list is Jonathan Majors' place in the timeline in the franchise as whole. back in March. Now they go all the way back to March. The Kane actor was arrested on assault charges of what the NYPD officers called a domestic dispute. As details of alleged assault were made public, questions began to swirl about whether Creed 3 star should be recast as the MCU's big bad. Now, if this article would have came out in March, then you would have had me, because none of the information, maybe even April, because of none of the information that we have in October, was available. But it's October. There's so much information that it came out since then. Why in the blue hell are we still talking about recasting Kane? Unless you want to make a hit piece. What they did not tell you is any of the updated information that has came out since then. So this goes on to talk about Marvel Studios has remained quiet on major legal issues, and he's set to star as appear as Kane variant Victor Timely in season 2, which was filmed in 2022. So we still don't know what the MCU status is. Executive producer Kevin Wright told Variety that the series' lack of reshoots means there are no changes after production. Thank you, Kevin Wright. He also revealed that since the case is still ongoing, the next hearing date is set for October 25th. They didn't want to make any huge changes. Now, this is where the Root could have said, I can see why they didn't want to make any changes. As of this day, there has been more information that Stephanie McMahon Helmsley has came out on film looking more unharmed, especially a video that takes place after 8 minutes after the alleged attack, where it shows that Stephanie McMahon Helmsley did not appear injured. She was using, her hand to tie her hair. She got a hug on the side of her ear that was supposed to be bloody that night. And it's on film. The Root didn't do that because they want to push a narrative for clicks and likes. Stephanie Holland, I hope you're happy with yourself. I hope that you like the fact that you rather push a narrative than to say, hey, let's make sure that our audience has all the information. You went straight to recast. But did not tell any of your audience about all the information that he has going against him, right? Now, Wright said, I know as much as you do at the moment. It felt hasty to do anything without knowing how all of this plays out. While it's understandable that Marvel would want to wait until the facts of the case have played out to decide on the actor's future franchise, if they want to make a casting change, Loki needs to do it. Now, again, this is where I have a problem with this whole entire statement. While it's understandable that Marvel, the one that employs them, wants to wait until all the facts of the case have played out, decide the actor's future with the franchise. If they want to make casting changes, Loki is the best place to do it. Why even come up with that suggestion? This is a fluff piece. This is a hit piece. This piece has a lot of fluff in it, but none of the substance, none of the information that backs up your claim to say why he should be recasted. Why you don't think that he will make it throughout his case, and why are we here right now? Why are you making this assumption? You know what I mean? So you go into all the places where that this man could be recast, but you never go into any of the details about Jonathan Major's case that are made public as of now. But yet, these are the top stories you do. You do a lot of black information. A lot of stuff on the Root is geared towards black people, right? This is geared towards black people. And in the process of being geared towards black people, you never, ever, ever post anything that actually gives you the information that you need as a reader. If I was reading the Root, this says, you know what? It wouldn't make any sense to recast this guy. Look at all the things that he has going on. Look, information that has been out there that he might, let's say for the sake of argument, he just might win his case. But no, that's not good for y'all, because recast is cool. All recast is cool, and I'm about to get to another recast situation where they was like, hey, Balin Skull, because of the death of uh um can't think of the actor's name offhand right now, but I'm gonna get to it. Ray Stevens. Because of the death of Ray Stevens, there should be a recast on this character, right? This is the information that is out right now. So give me a second, because I'm about to find this, because somebody tweeted this information out, and I said, there it is. Let's go here. Keisha Hatchet at TV Line. I'm about to share my screen real quick. And I love the tweet from the brother that posted this. I reposted this. It was like, the late Ray Stevens was terrific on Disney Plus Ahsoka series, but now his role should be recast. T'Challa's role wasn't terrific enough for him to be recast. And I love what Mark with a C said. He said, nah, the greatest honor you could give him is not recasting the role. No one else should ever touch this character for all time, unless you want to give him a bastard son that never gets to know him and give him the name Balin Jr. That might work. Because again, everybody can be recast. Kane needs to be recast, but none of his information, Jonathan Major information is out there for the zeitgeist, for the public to know. But nah, you don't need to do that. Ray Stevens tragically passed away. One of the great actors of our time tragically passed away, right? And not once did they say, nah, he shouldn't be recast. He was so terrific that nobody could be able to play him. You know what I mean? Let's give him a variant. Like my brother said, in there, let's give him a bastard son that he'd never be able to raise. In that way, you know what I mean? He could be Balin, son of Balin. And then he can be able to take over the role when he age up in age. Does that sound smart? Does that sound like something that you will be wanting to do? But everyone can be recast except T'Challa. Now, all you anti-recasters and all you, is Ray Stevens any different than T'Challa than Chadwick Boseman? Both of them tragically died after working on their last work. We got to see Ray Stevens' last work on Ahsoka, and it was amazing. Just like we got to see a $1.3 billion, I think it's 1.3, 1.5, but it was a billion. One of the best solo projects in the MCU history that didn't feature a single Avenger as a team-up movie. Yet, your whole thing is nobody can be able to do what Chadwick do. Do you think anybody can hold a candle to Ray Stevens in this role? But yet y'all want to recast. You see how hypocritical you can be? I need you to change your motives. Change your way you're thinking. Stop being stupid. Recast T'Challa. That's all I got to say. And if you don't like it, well, you know where to go. Peace. Now y'all see how hypocritical. Now, remember when the character, William Hurt died. When William Hurt died, and everybody was, well, William Hurt is the side character. You know what I mean? He's not really in the MCU for real, because he's just there. But he died of cancer. There was no nothing for him. No funeral, no nothing. No thanks a lot, no high fives, anything. Guess what happened? Recast. Right? Ray Stevens. Excellent character in this story. Started off fantastic. Right? Dies after this comes out. Recast. Right? But Chadwick Boseman, excellent character actor. A character actor who wasn't just T'Challa. He was Jackie Robinson, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall, the one guy from the Five Bloods, and I can't think of his name right now. Still gone. Don't recast, don't pass go, and don't collect $200. because they made you totally invested. See, and this just proves more of my point. You know what I'm saying? It proves more of my point. Absolutely great. What's up, Keita? It proves more of my point. It proves the point that white characters can get recast in a blink of an eye and people will clamor for it. But the black guy, remember the one that had little white boys dressing up as the Black Panther because they love the portrayal of a black superhero? Remember when he died and kids were taking their Black Panther toy and they were crying? You know what I mean? Little boys, little black boys were crying because their hero died. So what Marvel do? We're going to kill the whole entire character. Matter of fact, when we kill that character, we're going to murder the whole entire franchise. You don't need the Queen of Wakanda, Ramonda. You don't need that either. Matter of fact, that's like a side character who doesn't have the presence as a star. Nothing against Letitia Wright. She is not a star. Sorry to tell you. That's why she couldn't carry that movie. That's why when it came to Oscars, who was getting the Oscar bid? So again, no shade, she ain't it. So when you know the particular character, the main character is T'Challa, the mantle goes to him. All that mantle talk, I knew damn well. I should have never, ever gotten that mantle talk. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't care what the mantle goes to. The mantle could go to M'Baku. It fucking does matter. You know why it matters? Because it's his. That's his mantle. When he went up against Janssen, he went up against his uncle. It was his mantle. When his daddy died, when T'Chaka died, it was his mantle. Since the 1960s all the way to now, the Black Panther is T'Challa. Just because somebody briefly got in the suit, don't make it theirs. Just because you get in my car, you drive around in my car, don't make it yours. That's mine. And we need to give that same respect to T'Challa. When you think of Spider-Man, when I go and I see toys of Spider-Man, who do you think is Spider-Man? Peter Parker. It ain't Miles Morales, y'all. When little boys want to go get their Spider-Man, that's who they're going to go get. They're not getting Miles Morales because they call him Miles Morales. They don't even call him Spider-Man. When people go get their Batman toys, do you think they're going to go get anybody that's not named Bruce Wayne? So stop. Let's stop that. We need to put more respect on T'Challa's name. And that mantle of Black Panther is his. Superman, that's Clark, that's Kal-El. Ain't nobody thinking about nobody from Earth 2, Earth 4, Earth 57, Earth 100,000. Nobody cares. They care about Kal-El. Just like they care about Wonder Woman, they care about Diana. Let's keep it real. Don't nobody care about anybody else that's not that main character. So just because Shuri was Black Panther for a moment doesn't mean she's the Black Panther. The definitive Black Panther. That is T'Challa, son of T'Chaka. Let's stop playing. Let's stop going. Let me stop. Because I watched this podcast, right? Watch this podcast. And I watched a man get 8 whole alive. I watched this man get 8 alive because he couldn't defend that T'Challa is the Black Panther. When he got introduced in this comic, who's this? Who is that? The debut with the Fantastic Four. T'Challa, the Black Panther. It's this not Shuri. This is not T'Chaka. This is not Janssen. This is not nobody if nobody. It ain't none of them. It's T'Challa. We need to put more respect on the Black Panther's name. When you look at this comic right here, who is this? Who is that? Is that not T'Challa? The Black Panther? Not T'Challa Jr. Not nobody. Not none of them. T'Challa, main focus, the mantle is his. And I should have been way more careful with that. Because then we got into anybody can be Black Panther, but I just needed T'Challa, and then they answered your call. I give you T'Challa, all right. Oh, I'm gonna give you one. How about this bastard son that won't be aged up to be able to do absolutely positively fucking nothing in the next 10 years? Oh, you happy with that? It's cool? Nah, son. We should have been way more strong with this and be able to defend it. If people got mad, oh, blue fuckity who? What did Stan Lee and Jack Kirby write? Did they write about Shuri? How about Bashinga? How about T'Chaka? How about anybody else? They wrote about him, T'Challa, the Black Panther. Ain't got nothing to do with misogyny and ain't got nothing to do with none of that. So stop the trigger words to make me, oh, he's being misogynistic because he wants the black man to be the. I didn't write the comic. Jack and Stan did. They created the character. I'm just defending what has been around since this comic debuted. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I got the problem. I should have never got into that mess. Put that up. Because I don't like pulling receipts. I don't like pulling receipts. But I got to. Because then it ain't no shot to E-Man or anybody. Yeah, it ain't no shot to E-Man. But at the time, if hindsight's 2020, I should have been like, brother, damn that shit. That mantle goes to him. It's a bit about him. It's always been him. When you think of Moon Knight, do you think of anybody else besides Mark Spector? This is not like it's still, even with Captain America, being Sam Wilson, we all still know he's still Falcon. If he was really Captain America, he would have taken the super soldier serum and he would have dropped the wings. But they didn't, because they want you to know definitively he's not Steve Rogers. Because you think of Captain America, you think of Steve Rogers. Right? You don't think, when you think of Captain America, you ain't like, man, Sam Wilson goes hard. Ain't nobody saying that. Who's saying that? When you really think of the character, when you think of Doom, do you think of anybody else playing Victor Von Doom? How about Reed Richards, Johnny Storm? Even when they was palette swapping, Johnny Storm, like, I like Michael B. Jordan, love him. He ain't Johnny Storm. That ain't him. Stop playing with these people. And again, these are things that we didn't ask for. All we asked for our favorite comic book characters to come to life. We didn't ask for no color swaps, no race swap. We didn't ask for none of this shit. And we damn sure didn't ask for you to put the first black superhero, the first mainstream superhero from Africa. They'd never been colonized and none of that. Bury him like everybody else. Why anybody else can be recast. It's perfectly fine. It's all good. Let me get to these comments because I'm running up my blood pressure. I don't even have high blood pressure. Y'all running up my blood pressure. Gray, he championed for positive black representation, and it's sickening that the people that knew him best went against his philosophy and closed the door on the opportunity for other actors. And that is the problem also. All of you shoe booty Negroes that was like, man, it's just this Chadwick Boseman, he should never. His Black Panther's story was already told, and you don't need to do the yada yada yada. Damn all that. Damn that. What's his story really sold? How many movies did he get? Solo movies by himself. Does Thor have more? What about Iron Man? What about Captain America? Is there stories more? Matter of fact, because they needed to get that Trinity, they need to get that first cast of characters for the first Avengers story. So he was really absent from Infinity War and Endgame. He was there until they got dusted. It literally, that movie progresses until they get to Wakanda. That is the third act of the movie. And he wasn't the main focal point. So how is the story actually told? We don't know how he is as a king. We don't know how he is as a husband or a ruler. What about opening those doors of Wakanda? How is he going to interact with the people, like what Dr. Eve Ewan runs doing? What is all of that? Where is all of that? But yo, story is told. And again, I ain't got no issues with E-Man the person. But if hindsight was 2020, I would have told that dude, don't do that. If this is why. Because when you just go ahead and you take the mantle away from T'Challa, then you make him even more insignificant than anything else. Right? You make him way more insignificant than anything else. And when you make him insignificant, then that title of Black Panther can just be washed away to anybody. You have to make the Black Panther synonymous with T'Challa. Point blank, period. End of story. I don't want to hear nothing. Mic drop. Close the book. Court is adjourned. This whole court is out of order. Blue is in the house. What's up?
What it do, man? What it do?
So, I mean, I ain't been doing nothing. Chilling. Talking about T'Challa. Ain't doing nothing. Let me get to some of these comments before we get in here. And shout out to Blue. Blue is in the house. Everybody brought their burgers, fries, and beer. Keita. I think Kevin Feige wants to have Boseman as his legacy. How long has Feige been in his role? Since the beginning. Since the beginning of the MCU. Don't nobody give a fuck about them. No, when you look at Superman, does anybody pull up? I like the Earth 51 version. No, they don't.
Nope.
Nobody gives a shit about. If it ain't Kal-El, nobody cares. Batman.
Don't nobody care about. What was it? The Obama Superman or whatever?
Yeah, nobody cared about that. What was that? Earth? Was he Earth 2? Superman?
Something like that. Yeah, something.
Yeah, nobody give a shit. Ain't nobody. Man, for real. Let's be real. Ain't nobody buying a comic. We can go pull up comic statistics. Ain't nobody buying. Ain't nobody. That's not the definitive Superman. Just like I said about Spider-Man. I love Miles Morales, but that's why they call him Miles Morales instead of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So you know who Peter Parker is.
Yep.
Don't nobody give no two shits about that. Yeah. Show me a Bashiga run. There is none. Where the Bashiga run at? Where the T'Chaka? Where's the T'Chaka run at?
Won't be one.
It's not. Too many cats co-sign fell for the tomfoolery. And I swear to God, I would have told E-Man, yo, dude, do not say that no more. Do not say about the mantle could go to anybody. I just want T'Challa. Nope. Because even let's go back to comic knowledge. Black and Marvel Knights. When he went over to Hell's Kitchen, who was he still? He was still Black Panther.
He wasn't running around claiming to be Daredevil.
He's showing the hell what he put on the Daredevil outfit. You know what I mean? Talking about I'm the new Daredevil. No, the hell you not. That's Matt Murdock. When you think of Deadpool, are you thinking about T'Challa? No. You think about Wade Wilson. When you think of Logan, who are you thinking about? You're not thinking about anybody else. The Wolverine. You're still thinking of Logan.
Even when they tried to do the Wolverine, giving it to Laura Kinney, giving it to X-23. Yeah, we know Wolverine is still Logan. That's Wolverine.
That's exactly. Wolverine. Cosplay minstrel show featuring Wonder Man. And again, what I need, I'm going to, I swear to God, I don't want to do this, but I want to do reaction videos when white YouTube creators kind of blame us, the black folks, for these black-washed characters. We did not ask for that. I would tell any of them, no black people was clamoring, man, I sure would like a black so-and-so. You know what I'm saying? It's a white character. I don't want a black Dr. Doom. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ask for that. Do I want the best actor? Yes. But I do want the representation that is in the comics to reflect on screen. Because as much as I read this, I can't synonymously look at somebody and be like, that ain't right. That don't look right. That character is supposed to be white. Even with white actors, when they're white actors, I'll give you a perfect example of this. Fantastic Four. Even as shitty as that movie is, and like I said, Johnny Storm should have never, ever in the world been black. Let's keep it real. Should have never been black. But in that same tone, look at the portrayal that they did to Dr. Doom. I'd rather have black Johnny Storm. They fucked Dr. Doom's ass up. He was Dr.
Every
Doom is
iteration of Dr. Doom been trash.
Except for that, I'm telling you, except for that 1994 movie. That's the only
I
one
didn't.
that got his look.
Wait, you actually watched it?
Yeah, they got his, because I used to have, I found that movie back in the LimeWire days. It had it burnt on my one of my DVDs. That's the only one. As hokey and as stupid as that movie is, they did Dr. Doom right. Dr. Doom had his powers, he's doing magic, he had the outfit right. You know what I mean?
Well, back then it was all about bringing the comics to the screen, though. So that's why you're gonna get a actual. Even with the X-Men, they tried their best to bring, you know what I'm saying, everything that they could to the screen. Some things changed, but they tried to keep the essence of what X-Men was. Not the original X-Men, but, you know, Wolverine was Wolverine, Rogue was Rogue. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature.
Right.
But nowadays, they just be all willy-nilly. Let's change this. Let's do that. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Just bullshit.
If we not asking for that, these Sizzle, I knew this was going to happen after Kevin's announcement. Way too many were in their feelings. Others had agendas that had nothing to do with Marvel comic character. And I know what agenda they were pushing. Well, why can't a black? And this is what I'm calling out black feminists. Yes, I'm in the camera. I'm in the smoking section. I'm lighting it up right now. I'm coming at y'all because the black feminist was all like, well, wait a minute. So y'all can't, a sister can't be Black Panther? She was in there for 9 comic book panels. We're talking about something that you don't know about. Half of y'all are not comic book fans. Y'all just want, y'all doing what Alfred said the Joker was gonna do. Y'all just want to see the world burn. Y'all don't care about the people who actually invest in this genre, who go buy the toys and go do this and go buy the comics and read and love these characters. All y'all want to do is change shit.
I was speaking on it earlier, man. You know, MCU fans, I was saying, and D Stizzle was on the live with me, you know what I'm saying? Like, MCU fans, they double dutch. They in, they out. They don't really know what's going on. And I was going up against like Star Wars fans, you know what I'm saying? Like Star Wars fans, they fucking rabid. They want to see some real shit happen. You know what I'm saying? And they let it be known. Marvel comic book movie fans, they just be like, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause they not invested into the shit. Cause comic book shit is just so spread thin and watered down, and everything can be changed and fluid. I would love to see anybody over there at Lucasfilm change up Darth Vader to where it's like a girl or some shit, or you know what I'm saying? Anakin
or
is black.
James Earl Jones, they took out the helmet, and it was really James Earl Jones.
And it was really James Earl Jones. Man, they have a fucking fit. Anakin end up being from fucking Wakanda or some shit like that.
They would have lost their mind if they would have pulled that thing back and it would have been James Earl Jones for real. They would have been, oh my God, with 2 white kids? They would have had a fit. Sana Deck, yes, we are going to talk about Loki. I was waiting for Blue to come in. So that's why we haven't got to that yet. I was kind of doing something until he got ready. Keita said, "What's up, Blue?"
What up, Keita?
D Stizzle, LOL. I forgot about Obama Superman. Right? They were saying, and again, comic books do that because comic books. I remember September 11th, and they had all the comic book heroes from New York. You know what I'm saying? Right. They did a whole comic book thing about repairing the city. September 11th. They're not over there. This is why I said when people used to get on me and talk about why you got to put all this political stuff. You know what I'm saying? In comics, it's been political. Let's stop acting like. Matter of fact, Black Panther, the 4-issue miniseries in 1988. What was that about? It's about apartheid. Yep. Is that not a political stance? You know what I mean? What do you think Kal-El represents? You know what I'm saying? The Jewish. There was the Jewish Superman who could fight against all of these atrocities. That's what he was.
I think the difference is though in today's how they put politics in today's comics and yesterday's comics was the politics of that comic book world, right? So, which could represent the outside world, but it's not Democrat, Republican. It's not LGBTQ, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's how, because you got to think you're in a world with superheroes, gods, and all these other things. What the fuck? Who cares about a Republican and a Democrat when Superman is flying around? You know what I'm
True,
saying?
but look
Like,
at Captain America. Captain America
true,
#1.
true.
You know what I mean?
No,
So there's
right, but what? And you're right. I'm not to cut you off. You're absolutely right. I'm just saying the way that they did it. Like, you know, the war was going on when Captain America came out. You know what I'm saying? The war was going on, and they really needed people to buy these books to support the war. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of that was to help, you know, the war front. So of course we're gonna do that because you know what I'm saying, the propaganda. But once you get outside of that, once we're now establishing the world of Marvel, because I don't even, if you go back to early Captain America, there
was no world of
there's no Marvel world. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's not a Marvel world. You know,
it was individual comics pushing individual.
Right.
Whatever Stan Jack, you know what I'm saying? All of those guys wanted to push. That's what they were pushing at that time. Right. You know what I mean? So he said once a certain somebody went into a summer convention last year, came back low-key co-signing T Junior. I knew what was up. You know what I mean? And it even hit, you know, it even in that went and backtracked. You know what I mean? So you know,
still wait till we get Balin Skull Jr. from from Coruscant. He's gonna be from Coruscant.
right. Now he gonna be from Dathomir. You know what I'm saying? So he can really be colored. You know what I mean? Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, he said Obama in Amazing Spider-Man was enough for me. Yep. Hold on. The Speedy Drug issue, Green Arrow.
Yeah, that was the Speedy Drug issue. You got the Iron Man alcoholic issue. You got the
Iron Man, Demon in the Bottle.
Yep, Demon in the Bottle. You got Ant-Man beating on, you know what I'm saying, which they don't like to speak of, but Ant-Man being
Ant-Man.
BBN, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's things that they touch on, you know what I'm saying, that come like we said, it's always had political overtones of things. I mean, how can you tell a story without political overtones? You know what I'm saying? I don't know any story that Star Wars is nothing but it's political.
It's very political. It's literally space Nazis. You know what I'm saying? That's what it really is.
Space Nazis, terrorists, whatever you want to put it. Star Trek is the same way. So you know what I'm saying? Like all of that. You can't have a book of good and evil or different factions without political sides being taken place. Whether it's I rock with Superman, because you know what I'm saying, they could do a whole story to where you know what? Prime example. When Spider-Man first came on the scene, the police didn't like him, right? He was a menace, and you can look at that in a political sense. If the people on the street was down with Spider-Man, but let's say the mayor of New York didn't like him, and the propaganda being pushed by J. Jonah Jameson made him out to be the menace. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get all into all of it. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly. And what I like what you said about that, and that's one of the reasons why they put the Code Authority label on there, because Spider-Man never slapped the shit out of none of them cops that was trying to arrest him. You know what I mean? I'm trying to help you save you, bop. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because they wanted to make sure that the cops and stuff was
represented as still the good guy, right?
You know, was still the good guy, even though the propaganda against Spider-Man of him being a menace. Now there is a Spider-Man. What is that? Annual 16 with the debut of Captain Marvel, where Spider-Man is being a complete creep. Dude,
now when he was oogling, he wanted some of that chocolate,
straight. That's why chocolate. Right, and that's why he's getting his hair braided in Wakanda.
Yeah, hey, you know what? I would love for them to have Monica and Peter collaborate a little bit more often because of that issue. You know what I'm saying?
Like that issue.
Since they done took all my man's females away, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
they done took Mary Jane away, done took fucking Black Cat away from him. Hey, give him some chocolate. Let him run after the sister real quick.
Let him a little chocolate milk. You know what I'm saying?
Let him have a little chocolate milk. You know what I'm saying?
Pete was beyond. First of all, Pete was beyond thirsty, dude. Even Iron Man was like, "Yo, my man, you gotta chill." When Tony Stark is telling you to chill, you doing too much. You know what I mean? So yeah. But I got my man D Sizzle with here. The first hour, I kind of let them see the video that came out at 6:30 my time, Central Time. That came out right before that. that talked about the recast of Balin's skull and recast of this person, recast of that person, but T'Challa is not recast. You know what I'm saying? We also talked about just at the beginning, you know, that I told him that Mika, you know what I'm saying, is doing other things now. So we, you know, she's not going to be a part of Blerd AF, but we wish her the best at all of her endeavors.
She's still a supporter.
Yeah, she still supports. And make sure that you guys are checking her out on Popcorn in Your Beard. Mika G is part of the crew. And make sure you checking her out at Blue's House. BLU''S. And if you can't spell blue without the E, don't come to that man's channel. I'm telling y'all now, I'm going to slap you myself. I'm going to come down, or I'm going to do the Peter Parker on you and I'm going to stalk you. You know what I mean? So
the chocolate you, fool. Hey, can I touch on the I know you was already talking about it, but the Balin Skull recast, the crazy, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure you touched on it already. I touched on it earlier when I did Blues News earlier today, but it's just crazy how they want the recast. You know what I'm saying? Like I was on Reddit all day today just reading, man, we need more Balin Skull. I want to see this story finish, yada yada yada. They coming up with different ways to recast different stories that'll make his, you know what I'm saying, his face change. So we, you know what I'm saying, and I'm like, damn, this sounds familiar. Damn, this sounds familiar. And the crazy thing is, they gonna get their recast. Watch.
Exactly. And check this out. Ray Stevens ain't been dead 2 months. And they already recast. But remember when people were saying recast a child? It's too soon. He just died. Oh my God, the Black Panther just died. You can't talk about that recast. We should get another recast for 10 years.
Boy, that's them Star Wars fans. They want their story, man. They, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, the story is greater than the actor.
Right, than the actor. The actor is just the vehicle, man. And that's what I did. The actor is just the vehicle. That's it. When your car crashes or you get in an accident, you still got to get to work. You still got to get back home. You still got to get to these places.
Hold up, Blue. Do you got do you keep your car after the engine blown, the car wrecked, the bumpers falling up?
I recast my car.
You recast exactly. You ain't sitting in the back. This is disrespectful to this car. After all this car done for me.
And what I do when I recast my car, I say, damn, you know what? When I tell the story of my old hoopty that I used to have, I talk about all the memories and memories. You know what I'm saying? When the engine blew, I had to change the tires, riding down the freeway, it blew around, all the good shit that was bad, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Man, I took down my first lady in the back seat of this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you keep the legacy going of the car or of the actor.
Exactly.
You reminisce on those moments that happened. You know what I'm saying? So
So D Sizzle said the cast and crew need time to grieve. We all need time to grieve. Exactly. Screen Rant had to take down their article down with Chadwick Pass because they were talking about recast. Recast that alternator. Most definitely recast that alternator. You know what I mean? It is, and like I said, the reason why I haven't been doing a lot of videos. Speaking of that, because I've been working because Ford is doing Ford stuff right now while we in contract. So I've been working my behind off. You know what I'm
about
saying?
To recast the alternator?
We about to, man, I done recast bumpers, the recast doors. I'm tired of looking at tailgates. If I see one more tailgate, boy, I'm gonna scream, dog. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's been rough. So let's get into Loki because we just got done with the first hour. Let's go into Loki season 2. Obviously, you've seen Loki. Yeah, I've seen Loki. I finally got my video. My video comes out because if y'all was on the live on Sunday, man, did that mug. Oh God, Disney blocked the shit out. I'm talking about Matumbo that video. They must have said They must have said you got way too much of our video in this thing. So they blocked my stuff. So I had to redo it at night. You know what I'm saying? After I got off of there, I spent 4 hours recording 3 videos. So that video goes out 10 o'clock tonight or whatever. But Blue, what did you think about Loki season 2, episode 1?
I thought it was great, man. I think it's a lot. This episode actually made me want to go back and watch season 1 the whole way through, because now it's some things that's making me really think. And I also think that they're trying to clean up the way that they're telling the this multiversal storyline, and you know what I'm saying. I think they're
Tell
trying to
it.
click because they know, damn, we might have fucked up on the way that we explained the
It's
timeline and all it.
it
Because it's go ahead.
because to me it's just the Loki writers had their way of doing it, and then they just had these randos that they did collab with the Loki writers, and then they had their way of explaining it, and that's where I think got convoluted. But keep going, my bad.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
wanted to say that
no,
part.
that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, so now with you got the time loom, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
My major focus is Obi Ouroboros, right?
Ouroboros.
And I was about to I was actually getting a Ouroboros tattoo, but because I thought
The
that's
infinity,
just a dope symbol to me. Yeah, it's
yeah,
you
the
know
infinity
infinity.
symbol.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But when we look at the TVA, right? You know, with a lot of theories how TVA exists out of time and space. It's not that it exists out of time and space. It exists inside this black hole, which is sucking in time and space, right? So time, space doesn't react or act the same way that it would outside of this black hole. And if you think about it, they keep talking about spaghettification. You know what I'm saying? What would happen if you remember Opie said, hey,
yeah, well, if you go to a black hole
black
and
hole.
you the spaghetti.
Right.
Remember in Ant-Man, the movie
Yeah.
that I liked and nobody else liked.
Nah.
Remember when he went when he was in the inside of the time machine where all that quantum energy was in. He was spaghetti on it when Giant Man ran toward me. Blah, 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 you know what I'm saying? So it did and the way that Scott got pulled was the same way that Loki got pulled, but he was getting pulled through time, time and space at once. Right. He was just getting pulled through. If I make this thought, now I'm getting separated. And each thought, each probability is being separated. Same look though. I thought that's dope.
Same. Yes. No, it's a lot of callbacks, and that's one reason why I like this episode, because it's a lot of callbacks to try to clean up and compress and get things, you know what I'm saying, lined up the right way so they can tell a good time travel or a good multiversal story. Also another thing that kind of stuck out to me was when Mobius walked out to the time loom machine to, you know what I'm saying, to do what he had to do. Right, that was dope. But the way he was explaining it was, you're gonna age. Basically, this is what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? Your suit is gonna age. If you stay out there too long, that's because it's like a black hole. It's just sucking time. You know what I'm saying? So the skin being pulled off is not your skin being pulled off. It's you getting old and your skin is falling off your body. You know what I'm saying? Decay. So that's the way I looked at it. I was like, okay, they playing with a lot of stuff. Ouroboros, Mobius, like a Mobius strip. I think Obi is old school TVA, kicked it with Kang. He was the one who helped start this whole situation.
It helped him build a lot of that technology.
Right, a lot of this technology. We know that they had their minds, their memories wiped. I don't think Obi had his memory wiped. I think he got pushed away deep down into a fucking nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
And in Pam Entertainment, when we were on here, we came up literally with the same theory, how their minds have got wiped, because I was actually going frame by frame in the video. So in there, if you click towards the end, well, actually, if you click and look at the posters inside of TVA, one of them said, don't chit chat. You only got 17 minutes on your break.
Yeah, 17 minutes on your lunch break.
So this is a theory. You know how Mobius like key lime pie, right? How you might wipe somebody's mind? Put it in the food. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got only this amount of time, I can't talk to you. So by the time I get through with my food, I'm tripping like, okay, I got to go do my job. You don't even know what happened the last few minutes. Like he was talking to Obi. He was like, I gave you that name, Obi. Like,
right. He was
I don't know about that.
I remember that. Right.
Yeah, I don't remember that. So I believe that they, instead of just having them in a machine and wipe their mind or anything stupid, keep it simple, stupid. Put it in your food when they go to the cafeteria. You know what I'm saying? So that way they don't know you're just going to go eat. You wonder why it's 17 minutes and not 30. Because who gets a 17-minute break?
Or,
you know what I mean?
Staying with that, if you talk to you know what I'm saying? If y'all in the break room and y'all talking and y'all not talking about work for 17 minutes, it might start something You know what I'm saying? Like the whole jet ski situation with you know what I'm saying? Talk about jet skis and all this other thing. It might jumpstart a memory, which will break you out of the brainwashing.
Yeah, exactly. I thought about that too. Great. I know he was talking about the clothes Tyrone, but I'm loving the realization that the TVA is a black-owned business.
Black-owned business.
It is. It is. And then that part where he's talking to
Renslayer.
Renslayer. I just gotta call her Renslayer. When she's talking to Renslayer in that tape, she's always been a part of that, like she was in the comics. She's always been down with Kang. You know what I mean? So it's like you said, you're tying a lot of loose ends from season 1. So the casual fans know that Renslayer and Kang they're like this, son. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? They're tight. Number 2, I believe that Kang is actually he who remains. Yeah. And he was more afraid of himself than he is of Immortus, anybody else. That's why he was like, I'm gonna come back to the same spot all over again.
Ouroboros. What it starts,
it's the infinite,
ends. There is no infinite loop. He is scared of himself, but he also knows that. Guess what? You like when Sylvie killed him. That's why he wasn't worried about that shit. Man, I'll be back.
He's like, he said, "I'll see you later."
Yeah, I'll see you later. I'll be back.
Thank you, Greg.
I was watching a video. They was talking about the symbolism in that last scene of season 1. Adam, Eve, him being the devil or the serpent, tempting them with the apple. He had the apple. He was tempting Eve with, hey, you can either rule this, which is kind of in the Bible the same way, you know, you can either rule this paradise or you can kill me and go on about your business. You know what I'm saying? That was the same thing that kind of happened. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily the same way, but
it's the symbolism.
You know it's the symbolism of that. And I was like, that's kind of crazy that they wrote it that way. And now we're seeing even Loki. When Loki came back, what did he call Kang? The devil.
The devil, yeah.
He called him the devil. Or he called he who remains.
He who remains. Because even on the tape is he who remains. They made sure to say he who remains. So think about it. Kang, you see, and this is why I kept telling people, you gotta stop beating up on poor old Ant-Man. You know, stop beating up on him. Because what you will realize is that if you look at those scenes, when she touched that engine, that time engine core, and she seen those flashbacks of Kang was pruning those timelines the best way he can. He was the victor of the multiversal war.
Right.
He was letting you know. That's why I said he didn't die. He went inside that probability. He went inside that engine, the engine core. He's in the probability chamber. He knows that technology more than anybody. Right. So he's probably sent himself out to the past so he could be. It wouldn't surprise me if he's Victor Timely also. It is just not another Kang.
I don't think he is. I don't think he's Victor Timely. Nah. Because Victor Timely, if we're going from the comics, if we you know, I know how they do. They own, but if we're going from the comics, he was anti. He was anti-Kang. He didn't want, you know what I'm saying?
All he wanted was he just wanted to be the mayor.
He just wanted to, you know what I'm saying? So but he knows what, because Victor Timely was Ramatut.
Yeah.
He was he was
Ramatut.
Was he Ramatut or Ramatut's son?
No, he was Ramatut.
He was Ramatut. He was
Ramatut.
Right when he left from fighting Apocalypse, he went and became Victor Timely. Right.
Exactly.
So he know, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's so much shit.
It'd be dope if he is Ramatut, because we seen him in. That's why stop beating up on Ant-Man. He was right. You seen 3. You seen Immortus. You see Ramatut, and you see Scarlet. I guess that's Scarlet Centurion.
Centurion, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And we still don't know who that is because it was never really mentioned. You know what I'm saying? Who he really was. It was just a third Kang. You know what I'm saying? There was the big 3. You know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't surprise me.
To me, that would be the big 3, because the Council of Kangs, they really don't matter. The ones who have the real story, you know, we got a Victor Timely, Scarlet Centurion, Ramatut, Immortus, and Kang. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. He said Kane's in there talking about next time I'm going to keep some cans of Ray.
Yeah. Well,
Gray was on the live last night. Gray was on the live last night. And I was so mad that I had to delete it because they blocked the shit out that mug. So I had to delete it. There was no say. Like, I went to even say, well, what can I trim? It was an hour and a half. I was like, you know what? I'm good. I just redo it. I just redo the damn thing. So yeah. Keita got the raid. I need them Ramatut Apocalypse seeds. And then again, with this, you can set up a lot of that stuff now with this series. You know what I'm saying?
And they not though. They should.
I would say you could start because we got Sylvie, you know what I'm saying, towards the end in a whole nother timeline. But this is what I'm curious about because I posted this on the video last night. Well, it comes out tonight at 10 o'clock Central Time.
Okay.
So when Sylvie is opening up that elevator, right? She has on a coat, right? She looks totally different. You can't really see her clothing. Loki gets pruned from the back, right? Gets pruned in his back. Next thing you know, we see Sylvie go into a time door in a whole nother universe, whole nother branch timeline. So my question is, who pruned Loki?
Loki pruned Loki.
So is it a Sylvie variant Loki?
No.
In this other Loki? This is a different Loki?
Remember, Loki was time slipping, and a lot of time slips we didn't.
But he got pulled out. He got pulled out.
He did.
He got pulled out. Right.
He did. But it was a lot of time slipping that we didn't get a chance to see. If you get what I'm saying.
True. So would he prune himself? Well, that was the present. So with his future.
No, that was the future. When he saw Sylvie, that was the future. That was not the present. That was not the present. Remember, because what's it called? Had wrote
skin. Yeah, wrote skin.
So that was the future. I don't know how far in the future that was. Going back to what the Sylvie thing, that was directly after she killed He Who Remains.
So that's when she was coming through. But he's seen her because
hold on, wait, no. I mean the McDonald's scene.
Oh, the McDonald's
scene is directly after she killed He Who Remains. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So she used his time shit to go through. Because remember, that's where she's from. She's from Oklahoma.
In the comic, she is, right?
No, in the series.
I thought she was from Asgard, from a different universe in the original series.
That was my whole shit when it came to Sylvie was the reason why I hated the Sylvie character is because when you speak of like there shouldn't be an alligator Loki or a black Loki because it's a branch off a timeline. Right. So if Dre Mack is born and you slap
there's a white Dre Mack out here, just like y'all know.
No, but he ain't you though. But it might be a white Dre, but he ain't you. That's what I'm saying.
Right. So
Sylvie, where in the timeline did Loki become female? Because if Sylvie's born female, then she's not Loki. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
If she's been a female this whole time, if she's been a woman this whole time, a girl this whole time, she's not Loki. That's a whole different universe. She's not a variant. That's a whole different universe. A variant is a variation of
you. Yeah, right. of you. You know what I'm saying? Just with different hair, different kind of like with the two berries in the Flash.
That's
still the same berry. But his
different decision happened.
A different decision happened. Yes,
right.
It changed his trajectory, but it's still the same berry.
Right. That's what always got me. When we were introduced to Sylvie, she was when they did the little flashback. It went back to Oklahoma. That's how our first time seeing young Sylvie was Oklahoma, if I remember correctly, was Oklahoma.
Are you talking about when she was out there was killing
in season 1?
In season 1, when she still had on the cloak, she was out there. She was actually technically because they do a flashback with her, and in that flashback, when they originally tried to prune her, she was in Asgard because she was playing with the model toys. I can actually pull up the Disney Plus my Disney the video and go back. Sylvie here. Oh no, wait a minute. Let me get to the comments while you're looking at that. Comic Sylvie was a regular human from Braxton, Oklahoma. She got Enchantress powers from Loki.
Enchantress powers, yeah. And
Absolutely.
that's see when and that's what I was looking for when the season first started. I was like, okay, that's Enchantress, because you know what I'm saying, of what happened during what was that, Dark Reign? Was that Dark Reign? That was Dark Reign when the fall of Asgard. Nope.
No,
Siege.
it wasn't.
Siege.
It was
It was Siege. I'm sorry. During Siege when that happened.
All right, let me get out of this.
So this is saying Sylvie Luffy daughter, born as Loki Luffy daughter, was a princess of Asgard who caused the Nexus event as a child and escaped the wrath of the time variants.
Yeah.
But see, that makes sense. Okay, so you were born.
She was born. Loki. She was born in Asgard. She was born as Loki. As Loki. She was born as Loki.
So did she just take on the guise of Sylvie, and we just never saw when Loki said, "All right, I'm gonna be Sylvie. I'm gonna change my." You know what I'm saying?
She was a little girl in the in season 1.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. That doesn't make sense if she was born Loki Luffy daughter, right? Which means she was born Loki.
Hold on. Okay, stop. Hold on. Let me go to. Hold on, because I'm about to pull up the episode where we get introduced to Sylvie's backstory.
Okay.
In season 1, and hopefully I'm gonna have to chop it like I normally do, but hopefully, let me see. The Nexus event. Let me see if this. Give me a second.
Okay, I see the picture of her playing in Asgard because I'm looking it up too. It's a picture of her playing in Asgard with the little dolls. But that's what I'm saying. So why is Loki
Here we go.
Why is Loki Sylvie as a kid?
I think she changed her name to Sylvie. She changed her name to Sylvie. She started going by Sylvie instead of Loki. Because I think the whole thing about in every universe Loki is supposed to be bad, yada yada yada, that thing.
But okay, so just bear with me here. Then at the end of the day,
okay,
she's not a variant.
Hold on, let me
variant.
Hold on, let me because I got a theory about what you're saying. Because what you're saying, I believe, but I have a theory that I'm gonna pitch to you and see what you think. So I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Please, Disney. I'm just skipping. I'm just skipping in my loo. Don't come for me, bro. Let me put it down. Let's put it a lot more like this. So yeah, she changed her name while she was on a run in the TVA. So this is Sylvia's Loki when she was first Loki, right? Then they came in, the TVA came in to prune her when she was a child.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She was a child.
So let's pause right there.
Yeah,
as a child, what would make her a what would cause the TVA to show up to prune?
And it says, I'm hereby, I'm gonna let it play. I ain't gonna let it play that long. Disney, this is just for fair use. Disney, damn.
Just shits and grins.
Sacred timeline. Reset it.
He's searching. Hold on. Let me go back to give it more context. So this is her.
Swoops towards the palace, but Valkyrie flies over, defeats the dragon, and saves Asgard.
So this is when this is her as a child, right? They're saying she caused the Nexus event by being born a woman. What? It doesn't really tell you why she really was caused the Nexus event everywhere she went. In this particular scene. So let me keep going because
there's a variant.
So they were going in and just pruning variants. They were pruning variants, so she so happened to be a variant that she pruned.
the timekeepers, I hereby arrest you for crimes against the sacred timeline. Reset it.
So we already know that's the reason why she got pulled into here.
Right. Now, but does that make
And
sense?
they pruned her universe. Now,
and hold on, wait. And Asgard is supposed to operate outside of space and time also. Right?
Is it? I never looked at Asgard moving.
I mean, if you think of so that that means there would be multiple Odins.
Yeah,
multiple Thor. I mean, the multiple Odin forces.
Remember they had Frog Thor in
they did
in one of these episodes too.
Did. But
yeah,
Frog Thor would make sense because Loki at one point in time
turned him into a frog.
So that would make sense.
Right.
I'm just thinking about how powerful Asgard and where you know what I'm saying, the world tree, and the reason Odin Force even exists is because Yggdrasil, the world serpent, gave Odin the power to be the ultimate guy who's supposed to keep things in check and in order. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. Okay, so let's get to this. Let me get to this scene, because I think this explains a couple things also here. Like, it really had this little girl in this jumpsuit though.
I know, right?
I was I'm trying to like, I don't, yeah. I'm trying to see her paperwork. That's why I really want to stop.
Next case.
They show her paperwork. Now she bit Renslayer, Ravonna Renslayer, but she was still what? This version of her was still a hunter.
Next case.
Right here.
Like she
pause. So even here, this would have been after Kang started mind wiping people, because as you see, the timekeepers are in the back. It's not Kang statues.
It's not Kang statues, right?
It's timekeepers. So that will be relatively close to the point in time we're at right now.
Exactly. Then this is where she bounced. She was like, "Gotta go!
I'm out." And they just let her go too.
And they just let her go. So she's a Loki, but she just caught. And I think when they had the train scene, she was saying, "This is what they call that. I call myself Sylvie." You know what I mean? This is what I call myself.
It just still makes no sense to me.
But okay, so this is something you brought up, interesting theory. So what if we call it the sacred timeline and all these branching timelines, right? They're creating universes. This is different universes now. Peter Parker universe. Remember, you know what I'm saying? In Doctor Strange. In No Way Home. This Peter Parker comes from this particular universe. There's Peter Parker in it.
But listen to what you're saying.
I think they're creating universes.
I'm with that. If it's a universe, you're not a variant. If you're from like when we got Doctor Strange and that the council Illuminati, right?
The Illuminati, yeah.
They're not from that. They're not variants. Like that's a
different universe.
Professor X variant. That's a different Professor X altogether.
So what if they're lying to these people? Just take my theory just for a second. Okay. What if this whole thing that they were lying to these people, say, "Oh, they're a variant, they're pruning timelines," what they're really doing is creating alternate universes, and that's why they're mind wiping these people, and they're going in and destroying universes. In the scene where they were in the war room, they were actually talking about 100B15 was like, we can't keep pruning these timelines, because when we do that, we're killing billions of people. We can't. So look at it like this: when all these timelines are interweaving with each other, they're causing instead of nexus of events is actually incursions. They're destroying because remember,
right.
they're
I'm with-
actually
I'm with that. The thing is, they're convoluting the two,
right,
time and universe.
Yeah, and what if they're actually going to explain what Cain was really afraid, what he who remains really afraid of is creating all of these alternate universes with these alternate Cain variants. There's going to do the same things that I'm doing, and there's hopping from universe to universe, coming to destroy my universe. You see what I mean? So I think, yeah, and there is a difference between branch timelines. Yeah. I think they were trying to the reason why it could be, and I could be wrong. The reason why they explain it is variance and all of that to keep the palette down, that you're not destroying all these universes to these people. Because remember, you're dealing with people that you got to mind wipe them. Just think about, you're telling these people, you're destroying billions of people's universes. Which they explained in episode 1.
I'm with the whole mind wipe. Yeah, I'm with the mind wipe, but I just think on Marvel's part, I think they fucked up on explaining.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Because what we got from what was that? Was that Endgame when Hulk was talking to
what was talking to Steve Rogers?
Ancient one?
Oh
no,
yeah,
Hulk was talking to the Ancient One, and she explained it. That was so. How you explain that made sense.
Yeah, because you're talking about the Infinity Stones, because it controls the flow of time.
If you take this out, boom, a branch time. That's a branched timeline, not a new universe.
Yeah,
it's the branched timeline.
Which we technically got that with Loki still in the actual the Tesseract, and it created a new branch timeline that they had to go back and prune that timeline and take the variant version of him.
So think about it like this. And I, you know what I'm saying? I know they say don't look at time as linear, but we have to kind of look at it as linear.
Yeah, it's linear.
To try to explain it. If you're walking along and normally you would go right. That's how, you know what I'm saying? But then this time you go left. Boom, that starts a whole new timeline. But now that's two timelines going, but it's in the same universe. So it's two timelines in the same universe. Yeah. So that's where you there's a variant of Dre that went left, and then there's the original Dre that went right.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Now that variant that went left can cause other different timelines, and the Dre that went right can cause different timelines, but it's still a part of that same universe, if you get what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Right? So now they're saying that branch timelines are a new universe. To me, that makes no sense. And that's what I mean by with the Sylvie thing. How is Loki born male?
In one
now
universe,
a girl.
Well,
or even an alligator, or even black. You know what I'm saying? I can see an old Loki, I can see a young Loki, but you have drastic changes. A variant shouldn't be a drastic change. It should just be a decision, whether good or bad, or
which is funny because they explain that in the very first episode of Loki season 1. If you go off your path, you're now a variant in the timeline. Right. You know what I mean? So now I'm starting to think, because we did have a variant of Loki, which was President Loki, right?
Yeah.
Right. It was President Loki. But I think they're not explaining, because all of a sudden in Doctor Strange the Multiverse of Madness, remember, we got all these incursions starting, right? So I'm thinking they're creating new universes. You know what I'm saying? And
but what's creating the universe?
What's
creating the universe?
I think when they separated that time, I think when they start separating that time and you start branching out these different timelines, those timelines actually became brand new universes for that time. That's why you have a black.
But that don't make sense, Dre. Because if you go back and you look at even how they started off, and we was when Mobius was talking to what was the name? B-15, that's the name, right? Hunter B-15.
Yeah, Hunter B-15.
And they were looking at all the sacred timeline and all the branches. It's still branching from the sacred timeline. So it's just different points in time that's being changed, different people making decisions, people, you know what I'm saying, that shouldn't be.
Basically, I'm trying to make sense of what Marvel is doing.
Right, but so you have the sacred timeline, which to me, the sacred timeline is Universe 616.
Yeah,
That's the sacred timeline. Let's
yeah.
let's do it like this. 616 is the sacred timeline, right?
Mhm.
Which has different variants. I'm with all that. Then when now let's include the multiverse in it. Like when Strange and America Chavez was floating through the different multiverses. Those are actually different universes, different different sets of timelines, different sacred timelines for that universe. So the ultimate universe, the universe where Superman is fucking Obama. You know what I'm saying? Like those are all different universes.
So
you see what I'm saying?
So okay, let's just follow me on this one.
Okay.
So you said it makes a decision, right? Butterfly effect, right?
Butterfly could be butterfly effect.
Butterfly effect. Let me see. So in Endgame, as the 2012 timeline, the branch that got pruned, does that include the Endgame ending when 2014 Thanos got snapped, but Gamora remains? Shouldn't that cause it? Technically, it should.
Right, it should.
Technically, it should, and I think that's what's going on right now. That all this. Remember, you know what Tony Stark said: when you mess with time has a tendency to mess
with you.
Yeah. And I don't think it was Thanos. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking it was setting up the shit that we got going on now. So let's say butterfly effect. Instead of Loki, instead of Loki's original Frost Giant's parents having a boy version, they had a girl version. Say for instance, the Loki that came out once he got picked up by Odin, as a baby, and he softened his heart, became a fucking alligator. Just say for it, we don't know. It could happen, but I'm trying to make as much sense of this shit that they created as possible. I'm just saying. So they picked up one, but like, oh, this is a beautiful baby. Oh, it's a girl. Oh, snap. You know what I'm saying? This is my son Loki. I'm taking care of. I mean, I can look at it with the butterfly effect. You can do that if you do look at the butterfly effect.
But tell me how. Tell me how.
Okay. So instead
explain this one to me.
So instead of
come on with it. I'm listening.
What's his name? What's the Frost Giant's name? Luffy. Instead of Luffy hitting one chick, he decided to go to the next one, and that's how he made a move. He the one who made a move.
So okay, you know what? I'm with that. But guess what? That wouldn't be Loki. It still wouldn't be Loki. It wouldn't, because okay, if Loki is the one who caused the variant timeline change, right?
Yeah, he made a decision.
Right, but that's his decision. It would have no bearing on Loki.
But wouldn't it affect if he instead of messing with one person, he messed with the other? That's a butterfly effect.
No,
that changed the whole trajectory.
Right, but the whole trajectory. So Sylvie wouldn't be a Loki. Sylvie would be a Sylvie. That's it.
But they named her Loki. They named her Loki.
So
her name is Loki.
Her name is Loki.
Her name is Loki. She only goes by Sylvie when she started being on the run.
Okay,
but
she still wouldn't be a variant. She still would have.
Yeah.
She still wouldn't. The reason why she wouldn't be Loki is because different bloodline, right? Because you're saying that Loki now, instead of hitting this one, he hit this one, right? That's what you're saying. So Loki would not be.
But he's still he's still the pappy.
No, but so Sylvie would only be a Loki by name, not by essence or soul. If you want to go, you know what I'm saying? Like when they go through and they scan them, that little machine or whatever, and they see.
And Gray, you're right. When you really try to think about the mess that Marvel created with this, it does get hella convoluted because again, I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you, Blue.
And I know you're just trying to.
I'm trying to make sense, but it don't make sense because yes, D-Sizzle, Back to the Future made it simple. One decision created when Biff got that almanac, it made it a totally different situation after that. So you're correct. You know what I'm saying? When they created these timelines, because remember in Endgame they were going through their same line, but it was different points of time. You know what I mean? They put the sub back, so I guess they kept the flow of time back, except they killed the Thanos in that universe. Well, I guess Kane was like, well, that's cool. We ain't got to branch that timeline because he didn't need to be there anyway. He was gonna die anyway.
But
Still doesn't make
even
any
his
sense.
decision to leave his timeline and come to the future
should have made
would
a
cause
branch
something.
timeline. Yeah, should have
Right.
or
You see
called
what I'm
it.
saying?
It called it
When
incursion.
they went back in time and pulled those gems out, even though they put it back, that still should have caused an incursion. Because time didn't. If I go back in time and I take a lighter from the store, the time didn't stop because I took that lighter. Even though I go back and I put the lighter back, time still went on. So that branch would still branch off. Now I can go back to when that branch started, but that doesn't prune that branch. That doesn't stop that branch from happening. You get what I'm saying? So incursions or not incursions, nexus events or variant events, whatever you want to call it, those things are continuously happening in this universe. 616.
No, I agree with you.
Sylvie is not from a 6-1. She's not from the 616. That's what all I'm saying. If she is a Loki, that's fine. But she's not from this universe.
And I agree. Trust me.
So which means to me, she's not a variant of Loki.
I agree 100% with you. I'm just trying to see how did they make this make sense. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say that this is why I like Loki season 2. Because they can actually make more sense of this. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, okay, she's actually not a variant. What end up happening is that they didn't want to create all these different universes. And all these variants, all these Kangs from these universes are going to come and try to destroy this main Earth that we're on now. You know what I'm saying? So that would make more sense if they explain it like that in the future. I don't know how they're going to explain it. Even me thinking about this makes me sleepy. I'm thinking way entirely too hard on something that I didn't write. Right. He said, so, okay, my bad, sign a deck. He said, anything could be a Loki. They could have a Agent Buddhist Loki, but on a different timeline that has a variation of Loki powers. That wouldn't
be consistent. You know what? Oh, I'm just
Gray, I read this in Scott Lang's voice and my boy Paul Rudd. So what the 8% in Endgame was a bunch of bullshit.
Right.
As long as there is a Loki for every timeline, then it's viable. Okay. Long as they
Senadek, think about the timelines. So I know I talked about Ouroboros. You still have to have a starting point. Loki has to have a starting point to move forward in time, right? Have to have a starting point. Think of a record player. When you put that needle onto the record, that's the starting point. Time is the record itself. The needle is the starting point for that position in time. If I move that needle up, left, right, up, down, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It variates. It'll change. It'll skip the record, stuff like that. But that starting point, that needle is still fixed in time, no matter what. And that's what I'm getting at. So if you drop a Loki in time, boom. If it's a female Loki, it's going to stay female. If it's a male Loki, it's going to stay male, white, with dark colored hair. That's, you know what I'm saying? Until it makes the decision to say, oh, I'm going to be a girl. Like in the comic books, when Loki changed, you know what I'm saying? Changed his gender. If I drop Thor in time, Thor's going to be Thor no matter what. Now, if I drop Thor in a different universe, if Thor is born a cow, now we got a cow Thor. You see what I'm saying? Now we got a cow Thor. Timelines don't change who you are. Universes change who you are, not timelines. In essence, and I'm talking essence, like your starting point. You see what I'm saying?
I agree.
The soul. The soul.
I agree. I agree. Okay.
Right. No black girl Loki.
So yeah, exactly. You got Brokey. What it email kept calling him Brokey. I'm like, come on, dog. I'm call him Brokey. You know what I mean? But what I did, let me tell you what I absolutely, because that actually thinking about that makes your head hurt. And I think Obi is going to explain, because he did an excellent job.
And
You know
Modoc,
I do.
hey, if Modoc could show up and fix it, I'd be like, you know what?
That'd be awesome.
Thank you, Modoc. Come on, come through with it.
Come through, Modoc.
You
See,
redeemed
okay.
yourself, Modoc. Now you are an Avenger.
He's an Avenger, period. Period. He's not a dick. He's an Avenger, period. He don't actually, he's the one who got Kane defeated because he went into the sports field,
right.
and that's how the ants got in there. And
Yeah.
he's like, I don't want to be a dick. That shit was awesome to me. I don't know about y'all. That shit is awesome. But okay, so what I like about this episode, because I first of all, what I like about Loki, number one, Tom Hiddleston is the executive producer.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Made sure that, and this is the problem that I had with what was the last Secret Invasion. Each episode in Loki season 1 was 40 minutes or more. That's good. That's enough time for storytelling. There was no fluff episodes. There was no, you know what I'm saying? There was no breaking the story. Everything moved, kind of like what we seen in Ahsoka. It started off at one point, it continued to move and progress. So I like that, and I can tell that they're going to do this in this story in the 6 episodes. Number 2, I love the aesthetic. Everything had a. This is a theme of time. Loki having needed time to be able to prune himself before the time went out. Moby is going to the time loom to be able to put on that the time whatever that thing is,
extrapolate or whatever.
Extractor to pull him out of time. You know what I'm saying? If there's not enough time, he who remains, we got to go to the end of time. Time. There's a complete linear theme. Like you said, with time.
And let me pause you too. Loki now operates outside of time and space because he was pulled out of time. Going forward. So I want y'all to understand that this Loki is now operating outside of space and time. Yeah.
The music, yes, I was going to get to that. The music and the aesthetic, the look of the sets, the color variation. I'm a big person when I watch movies and stuff like that. I'm a big set guy. Does the set, does the look of the like? Of course, the acting is amazing. The acting is amazing, but does the set match the aesthetic of what I'm watching? I like they cloned Tyrone because the way that the set and everything was designed gave me into the feel of sci-fi thriller. You know what I'm saying? You know, the science fiction thriller. What I'm looking at here is Mystery Science 3000. This science mystery time, you know, what is that? The Twilight Zone. What this whole field that I'm getting, because we don't know what's real, but honestly, we don't really know where we're at. Since he's out of time and space, we don't know what time frame he's in. We don't know where he's moving at. In the way that the look of the show looks to me gives me all of that, and I'm like, damn, I'm looking for clues. I'm not really a big Easter egg person. I leave that for New Rockstar, Screen Crush. You know what I'm saying? Heavy spoiler. I leave that for those guys. But damn it, I was
enjoy.
But dude, I was looking for clues. They had a lot of They Live in there.
They did.
You know, Wake, Obey, all of. Bro, man, this is the shit. I'm sorry. This is what makes me excited about the MCU, about Marvel. When they do the little aesthetics that they do that tells this particular story and it makes sense, dog. I'm with it, dog. And you're right. The music, when Obi was counting down and he was like, I gotta shut the door. I gotta close it. He's never gonna make the music that they play. I was getting on. I was like, man, is he gonna make it?
On the edge of the seat. Yeah, is he gonna make it?
Even though I know he is.
You know what's dope? Right. Well, I don't know, because dealing with Loki, anything can happen because we're dealing with time.
True.
Like he might not have made it, and now they got to figure out Loki is. It feels like stakes are actually involved. You know what I'm saying? Like shit could actually go wrong. You know what I mean? So,
and you great. You're now. What if this is, because if you look at the way that the time loom looks, I explained it on the live yesterday. You were there. It's like a rope. A rope has many strands. But once you cut a rope, it goes all over the place. It just unravels and it's terrible. So they could be the branch piece to all of these different events to tie all of this together, so it makes more sense. You know what I mean? So we can see that. We might, I don't know. but I want to see what they're going to do with that. He said, "Can you imagine Joni Turner Smith as Loki? I would love that." Who's Joni Turner Smith?
That's old girl is old girl. Queen of Slim, I think that's her, right?
Oh,
Joni
yeah,
Turner
yeah.
Smith.
Okay, yeah. Okay, the one that I was like, I would want to be
Play Storm.
Storm. Yeah, that's one. Yeah. So what else did you like about Loki before we go to our next topic? What else did you like, or what did you didn't like on this episode? Because I liked everything. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't really find anything wrong with this episode. Like I said, I like the cliffhanger. It was because every scene was, you know what I'm saying? Like everything was a cliffhanger. Everything was a cliffhanger. Once they fixed this issue, the next issue was a cliffhanger. They fixed that one, you know what I'm saying? Like it was cliffhanger after cliffhanger, edge of your seat, kept you right there, involved in it, engaged in it. The whole thing of having stakes. This is, like you said, this is the MCU at its finest. I don't know if it's bringing it back just yet because everything still has to play a part. You know what I'm saying? I was saying earlier that instead of them trying to run into Secret War so fast, to me, they had already set up Contest of Champions, right?
The contest
they had already set it. Yeah, to me, they already had set it up. They already got the Grandmaster and they already got the Collector. Right?
Yep. The Contest of Champions would have been the shit.
They could have easily used Loki to catapult into Contest of Champions instead of doing a convoluted multiversal story, if you get what I'm saying. And let Kang come in later.
Could have.
You know what I'm saying?
Did that.
Contest of Champions could have been real quick and dirty phase. You know what I'm saying? To get some characters. Just how they did. You know what? The whole Disney shows could have been Contest of Champions.
Could have been a Contest of Champions.
Could have revolved around Contest of Champions. I think that would have played would have had stakes. It would have kept people involved. You know what I'm saying? All of that. That was tricky.
Because I was like, who's on the phone? Is he gonna go?
I was like, damn, just answer the fucking phone, dog. I want to know who on the phone.
I want him to answer the phone and then get sucked through that bug.
Yeah, like
the Matrix. I was like, oh, they know what Matrix. I would have fucking locked, dude.
I was like, damn, dog, answer the phone, man. Answer the fucking phone.
It was a lot of times I was losing it. I was sitting there like, because I was so engaged into everything, dog. I was losing it. I'm like, yo, what they gonna do next? Like, oh snap. So yeah, most definitely, Contest of Champions would have been dope. They would have been on the planet. They could have got superheroes in there. They had to battle it out. It would have been dope. You could have introduced Beta Ray Bill. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of things could have been
a lot of characters
could have been done, finished, and then wiped clean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because and the reason I bring up Contest of Champions, remember, the kids really don't know about Secret Wars too much, but Contest of Champions, they got the Contest of Champions mobile game. It was in the Avengers. What cartoon was that?
Avengers Assemble.
Assemble. Was it Assembled or was it the one after that?
I think
either way.
Either
way, the kids know about Contest of Champions. You know, it's relatively new on the brain, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. So I think they could have capitalized off of that. If they would have did it a little bit early. Yeah, they teased them in. What was that? Thor Ragnarok had his face.
Ragnarok.
As one
and the Fifth Element scene.
Champions.
The Fifth Element scene with Loki fell into that taxi.
That
fell out. That was Fifth Element. Yes.
Yes.
That's why I said I'm getting like a sci-fi, you know what I'm saying? Also Twilight Zone type of feel when I was watching this because of the music and everything. Obi, we still don't know really who he is, where he came from. We just know he's been down there for 500 years.
Possibly longer than that.
Probably longer than that.
Yeah, longer than that.
All right. So we're gonna move off of Loki. Tell us what you think about Loki in the comment section below. Now, I really haven't. I've been following a little bit of Drake versus Joe Budden. Dog, what's going on with Drake and Joe Budden, man?
Well, I mean, so Drake dropped the album For All My Dogs or for My Dogs or whatever, and Joe Budden, you know, he's got his podcast. They did a review of the album. You know what I'm saying? The day that it came out, did a review of the album, or that night or whatever, and praised it. I mean, everybody was in there saying it's good, it's good, it's good, but it's mid. You know what I'm saying? And the whole clip that that Drake saw, I guess that Drake saw, was Joe Budden basically saying, because Joe Budden all he do is, if you ever listen to his podcast, that motherfucker would talk about Drake all fucking day long, just dick. And when I say talk about it, meaning in a good way, dick ride Drake. You know what I'm saying? He would. That's what he would do. He liked the albums that a lot of people didn't like. The one album that was all Caribbean music and Afro beats and stuff like that.
Yeah,
he loved that shit. So he just said that I love the Drake that was the rapper's rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like was when you, because you know, you think of the top three, you think of Kendrick, Cole, Drake. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the top three when you think about, you know what I'm saying? He was like, and when are you gonna grow up? Basically, when are you gonna, you know what I'm saying, give something for me instead of, you know what I'm saying, trying to. And I get it, because even
get the 25-year-olds, so
right,
some of these
you know what I'm saying? And even he was like, I understand on the business side, but how long are you gonna stay in that lane? You know what I'm saying? So Drake didn't like that clip, and you know, him and Drake had beef a little while back anyway. But he didn't like that beef, and he came back, said what he said, and a lot of people are saying that Drake is being sassy and zesty, and you know what I'm saying, like
being a little too soft.
Yeah, like come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like he went all in with that long ass paragraph on him.
I did. Now I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be real with you. If you ever send me a long paragraph of anything, I'm not reading it. I'm not. If you can't, you better call me with this, dog. I'm not reading this long ass, sad ass, you know what I'm saying, hurtful ass comment that you just sent me. I'm not reading it. You know what I mean? So I seen it. I wasn't gonna get into that because it's not, to me, that's not what men do. Come on, dog. If I got a problem with you, I'll call you. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If it's that deep. So I'm not even gonna go there. You know what I mean? I'm a Drake fan. This is how I got introduced to Drake. I moved to Houston in 2009, right? There was an album that came out from Drake. It was his mixtape.
His mixtape.
Yeah, his mixtape came out. What would you say?
I want to say it was Thank Me Later.
Thank Me Later and So Far Gone.
So Far Gone. I'm sorry. So it was
So Far Gone. So Far Gone.
The mixtape came, and then the official album
the album came out, I think later. In
Thank Me Later.
Yeah. So I personally, Thank Me Later was the following year, but there was two mixtapes that came out before that. It was two, So Far Gone and Comeback Season, because Comeback Season
that's right. So Far Gone was the mix.
Comeback Season was a mixtape too. He had a bunch of mixtapes. So I'm in Houston. I'm riding down and I'm listening. I think it's Hot 9, I believe, in Houston, Hot 97. I hear Drake come on for the first time. He was doing I think it's November 18th. I think that's the song. I'm sitting there like, who the fuck is this dude? Because he had the screw music. You know, this was the smoke blunts with your secret. I'm sitting there like, who is this dude? I'm so high even when I'm coming down. Jasmatic. I'm like, yo, I'm in the car bugging. Like, yo, this dude is dope. So I've been ever since. I don't care what this dude do. What now I do, because I don't like the whole what he got going on right now with the twisty things, and I don't know what the fuck that is. But as far as artists, he has been a top artist since he debuted. Being under Young Money, Cash Money was the ultimate. That was the ultimate dream team that Lil Wayne put together. You know what I'm saying? His career is catapulted. I always thought, I was like, well, damn, because Wayne came out with that, when he came out with Lollipop and he came out with the singing essence, it did Drake come out. I'm like, well, who was he ghostwriting this dude, or was he taking this man's style? What the fuck was going on? They were just on the same trajectory. So when you think of 2010s music, if Drake ain't in there along with Wayne, then you missed out on a lot of good music, and Nicki. You know what I'm saying? They just had a core. So I've been a fan. I've never really been a fan of Joe Budden. I mean, I hate pump it up. Anytime he comes on, it makes me want to jump out my car, out the window. You know what I'm saying? I do understand his Joe Budden podcast is very popular. I listen to certain things. I agree with Joe. Some things I'll be like, you trolling, just be trolling. You know what I'm saying? But he is a humongous Drake fan. I know that. So I think it hurt his feelings that Drake said something to him. And they're really did their cat paws it. Me. Ain't no invite Drake to your podcast.
He has though. He has.
So Drake is the one who's like, nah, I don't want to go. But I'd rather make.
But you know what I'm saying? The consensus is Drake's feelings is hurt. Not Joe Budden. Like Joe Budden didn't say nothing. Everybody's like, nah, Joe Budden kind of right. This shit kind of mid. It's not the best. This isn't your best. You know what I'm saying? Album. This isn't a good body of work or the best body of work that you put out. He didn't diss you. He didn't diss it. He just said he enjoys these songs. You know what I'm saying? This could have been better. He was like, they talked a lot about the J. Cole song, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, Cole will get on your song and destroy you, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, you can't let Cole come on to your song and then you come with an elementary rhyme scheme, you know what I'm saying? Like the way Joe Budden critiqued it was from a, you know what I'm saying, was not only from a fan, but was from also a rapper, you know,
artist standpoint.
An artist, you know what I'm saying? And so Drake was shooting at everybody. He was shooting at Parks, was the white dude who was an engineer on the album. Like this dude worked on, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like Drake.
You can't blame him,
right? But it sound like you hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like you hurt.
Okay.
And even Joe Budden was like, this shit probably gonna be like the number, you know, highest selling streaming album because it's Drake. Drake is Drake, and that's the thing. Like, okay, Drake, we know you the shit, but what is gonna motivate you to step it up?
We changed Drake for Trey Mac. I told you by the time I'm 52, I'm gonna be a Canadian. I'm gonna be Canadian.
You know what I'm saying? But what motivates Drake to want to be a rapper again? You know what I'm saying? Not just to entertain or artist, but just to, you know what I'm saying? Like every now and then, give me, like you said.
You think he's tapped out? You think he's tapped out?
They were saying, you know, it's money, you know what I'm saying? He could, I mean, I don't know, man. When J. Cole, when because all you can do is reference him, J. Cole, and Kendrick, when, you know what I'm saying, and how different they move. Kendrick trying to just, if Kendrick show up on your feature, or if he's putting out something, he Maple Leaf Mac.
I kind of like that. That sounds like
that is kind of fly. That's kind of fly. But when Kendrick does something, you know what I'm saying, he's bringing it. When Cole does something, he's bringing it. When Drake does something, it's
I always looked at Drake differently because, you know, when I like I said, I when you go back and listen to his mixtapes, he was doing a little bit of mix of rap and singing. He's always been like that. He's always been a little different. But when I ain't gonna lie, I heard clips of, I think, from my dogs, and the thing I thought about was Ghost Sound DJs. I'm like,
right, and that was another thing.
Even I was like, what is he doing?
When you name an album for my dogs, we thinking you finna come. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm like, I did think I do, and I agree with Son on this on a day. I agree that he's at the point where I could just put out anything and it's cool. And I hate to say this, Master P did this. Master P was like, I'm gonna just put out, you know, young soldiers. I don't think
Master P had growth. I think he plateaued.
He was
plateaued. There was no more. There was nothing else for him to do.
Right.
Because Master P isn't the level of artist that Drake is.
Yeah.
Most definitely. What I'm saying?
Most definitely.
There is still more. I think there's still more to pull out of Drake.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Joe Budden is saying. Like, it's still more we can pull from you, dog. Don't stop here.
I'm trying to think of who as a top artist that just started making just anything because he's rich and I can just make whatever. To me, I'm gonna be real because I'm not really that big on Jay-Z, but I felt like there were some albums in Jay-Z's catalog where he just put something out and just see. I'm gonna just see if this is gonna rock.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just see if this is gonna rock. When compared to Nas, You know what I'm saying? Nas, everything he's trying to do, he's trying to body, even if the beats are whack. Because a lot of times it's not that Nas is not coming with the lyrics, the beat don't mix. You know what I'm saying? And now he's with Hit Boy
or whatever.
Yeah, you know, now he's with Hit Boy. You like, damn, this is my Nas. That's the Nas that ever since I heard the world, I think it's the world is yours.
Mine is mine.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? From like 91, what was it? Not 91, 92. Yeah, 92. Yep, watching that on BT. No, I was watching on BT. You know what I'm saying? And my auntie used to get mad because I blast, you know what I'm saying, all them cats back there, you know, especially Nas. So, you know, I can see that. I can see an artist who just like, I'm gonna just put out something just for the fans and just see how they'll like it. And then you look at me like, yo, what the hell is this? You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, and that's, to me, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? You can't always, you don't necessarily have to always put out lyrical miracle or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you're phoning it in 2-3 albums at a time,
people,
you know what I'm saying? You're right. Now that's the thing too. Comparing, Pete put out 100 albums, so of course he was, you know what I'm saying?
He oversaturated. He oversaturated. Yeah, he oversaturated the market for his market.
But you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z, if we talk about Jay-Z, I always thought Jay-Z was
94.
Was that 94 The World Is Yours?
No, the 94 The World Is Yours, but the Pete Rock beat. Because The World Is Yours is on Illmatic, though.
That's on Illmatic, yeah.
Yeah, but I think you're talking about the remix.
But
the Pete Rock remix. But yeah.
Jay-Z. Like I always thought Jay-Z, as dope as Jay-Z is, 30 CDs. That's a lot.
True, though. That is the truth, though. But go ahead and finish your thought.
But as dope as I think Jay-Z is, I always thought he was overrated.
Me too.
I always thought he was overrated. A lot of people don't look at his catalog the way because I'm a fucking hip hop head. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z's catalog goes from mediocre, good. It's like this. It's ups, downs. You know what I'm saying? Like he isn't a consistent. He didn't get consistent until Blueprint.
Blueprint 2. Blueprint.
No, because Blueprint 2 was me. I would say this. I don't even think he was ever consistent album-wise. The legacy of Jay-Z or the allure of Jay-Z has been consistent, right?
The allure of Jay-Z. I'm gonna keep it real. And a lot of Jay-Z fans hate when I say this. The only reason why Jay-Z gets the recognition that he has is because of Beyonce. If he was with anybody, if Nas end up with Beyonce, and he would have, and Jay-Z would have ended up with Milkshake Khalees. You have two totally trajectories. Two totally.
You know what? I don't. I'm not even gonna say that I disagree with you. I'm not gonna say. I think Jay-Z would still be Jay-Z, but the height,
the height.
Yeah, you might be on it. You might be on to that. You might be on to that because I don't think him and Khalees is doing what it was that him and Beyonce did. Girlfriend, all I need in this world is.
I hated that. I still hate that.
But I'm just saying, or even the Carter's album that they did. Like I just don't see Khalees bringing it the way. You know what I'm saying? To keep the.
But only reason why I don't like that song because I'm a Pac fan. And I completely, that was totally disrespectful because the ghost of Pac, disrespectful? Hell yeah, he knew how Pac felt. He knew because if Pac was, if the essence of Pac was still alive, he would have never did that. But great. I'm not taking away from the platinum. I'm not taking away from the album sales. I'm just talking about the quality of work. But I also say this, and this is agreeable. At the height of whoever was at the height of their time, was Jay-Z there? You know what I'm saying? So
it's never been Jay-Z's. Jay-Z, I hate this, and no disrespect to LeBron, but Jay-Z is the LeBron of rap, right?
Exactly.
It's never been LeBron's era. It's always been somebody who won more championships, was doing more than LeBron, right? When Jay-Z was around, guess who was killing? DMX.
Exactly.
DMX was the man.
This dude dropped 2 albums in the same year, and they're both fire.
Right.
Both of them platinum.
DMX was the man.
DMX was
not
the
Jay-Z.
dude.
DMX was the guy who everybody was scared of. After DMX, who showed up? 50 Cent.
Yep.
50 Cent was the man. Jay-Z told everybody at Rockefeller.
You just going off of New York rappers.
Yeah,
you know,
but
T.I. was eating, Wayne was eating.
Look. Right. Reason why I'm going off of New York is because that's what I'm saying.
Where he's at. Let me let you cook. Let me let you cook.
That's where he's at.
Let me let you cook.
And I hate to say it, T.I. hadn't came out yet. When X showed up, T.I. hadn't showed up.
Yeah, T.I. showed up yet. Yeah.
T.I. hadn't showed up yet.
Yep, you're right.
So yeah, he had consistent platinum albums, but remember, his first album did not go platinum. Nope. It went gold. It didn't go platinum until years later. Reasonable Doubt didn't go platinum till years later. So now,
and I always it did even before that. Even before, because
I don't even think Volume 1 went platinum.
Because even before X in New York, it was still Nas. You know what I'm saying? It was still Nas. You still had Wu. You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, Method Man, Redman was doing more numbers than Jay was.
And this is after, I always say this is AB, after Biggie. You know what I'm saying? This was after Biggie, because if you go from 90, I would say you go from 90 to 96, you know what I'm saying? There is a chain of rappers you could think of, but after it did, once Pac got out of jail, it was Pac and Biggie. Those are two number ones. Jay wasn't there. Nas was, you know what I'm saying? Nas was vying for his spot, but he wasn't over big. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, wait. No disrespect to Pac, but he was not number one. Snoop was number one. Snoop was the number one artist in the world at that time.
But he was. But after All Eyes on Me came out,
right, but Snoop didn't have an album out, but he still was.
Snoop did, yeah.
Snoop is,
Snoop from 93 to 95. I give you that, because when
92 to 95,
92 to 95,
92 to 96, when Pac came out of jail, dropped All Eyes on Me, and dropped Machiavelli, he dropped 2 albums at once.
He dropped 2 albums at once, because even though because Dollfather didn't do as well, you know what I'm saying, compared to All Eyes on Me when that dropped.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, you got to think. I mean, I'm going up against not necessarily, because I think if Pac was alive, I don't think All Eyes on Me would have sold the way it sold. I really don't. Not saying it wouldn't. I don't think it would have went 10 times platinum.
I think. Well, at the time, it was still it hit platinum. I want to say it hit platinum. You know what I'm saying? Like weeks after.
Oh no, he would have went platinum.
He went platinum, but
double, probably triple platinum.
It was 96, right before the Machiavelli album came out. It was when he died. And then Machiavelli went woo! Outlaws and Tupac and the Outlaws went woo! Everything after that, you know what I'm saying? But when Big came to me, there was 2 artists out of New York that was killing it. It was Big and Nas. And you know what I'm saying? In 90, in I would say 94 to 96, it was Big and Nas, because remember Street Dreams. Street Dreams. If I Rule the World,
was the man.
And then also Lauryn Hill dropped one of the best albums of all time. You know what I'm saying? So you know, you had these trajectories. Jay was looking up, man. I want to be up there. You know what I'm saying? I want to be up there. You know what I mean? So and then Nas came out with The Firm and made sure AZ and Foxy ate. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing with Dre. You know what I'm saying? And we can't forget about Dre. You know what I'm saying? And what he did as far as the West Coast.
Oh snap! I forgot too. Eminem dropped.
It did.
I forgot about Eminem came. Look, Jay has never been. Yeah, Jay has never been the guy. He's never been the guy.
No, because you look at Wayne, T.I. You know, and Wayne had a run that I don't think a lot of people can touch. Wayne was running like hard ever since when No Ceilings dropped. From No Ceilings
Wayne had a run. Wayne had a run. And I'm not even gonna lie. I'm biased against Wayne. I'm not the biggest Wayne fan, but I give him all due respect. I like Carter 1, Carter 2, Carter 3 was
Carter 3.
commercialized to me.
I like Carter. I like Carter 3. Carter 4.
I'm like a hardcore. I hate like commercial albums, like when you're doing it, like how we talk about Drake.
Yeah,
know
you
what I'm
did it
saying?
for the
and that wasn't Wayne's fault. He just became big, and he had to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he had to do it for the people.
that's fact.
But you know, but
Drake,
nah,
but going back to Drake, Drake has been a top artist since he debuted. And I honestly think right now he's trying to be different, which is nothing wrong with that.
No,
but
it's
you
not.
but what you're gonna do is you're gonna isolate your car audience. Who remembers Snoop lying? Who's bumping Snoop lying right now?
Bumping Snoop, right.
Just being real. Just being real. Like when I get Snoop is probably because Snoop ate too. I keep forgetting Snoop was eating in 2005, 2006.
Yeah, no, Snoop was still. But that's what I'm saying. Like Jay's never been. Snoop has had 2 runs. He had his Death Row run. He had a No Limit run, and then he had his solo run, just where he was just being Snoop.
Right. It did, because remember, Beautiful was a with double platinum.
That was Star Trek. I'm sorry, with Pharrell. So he had
with Pharrell when he went for with Pharrell. I mean, like I said, trajectory went up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He did the singing thing with sexual eruption or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He did several. Yeah, well, yeah. I'm thinking about the album version, but yeah. And people was even though he was singing through that whole thing. When he came out with the other singing out, no, that was on the same one with the green tree on the front. When he had "I'm Your Dog" and all of that. With
that wasn't that. Was that?
Was
that
album? Was it that album?
No, it wasn't. Right. That was different. That was different. That was different.
He came back singing again.
Yeah.
With the green. With the green.
Snoop did a gospel album.
Snoop did a gospel album that
went
platinum.
#1 gospel album.
Nobody gives Snoop his props. Nobody gives Snoop his props. You know what I'm saying? And remember, and I'm gonna tell you this. What really killed? What I'm telling you, for real. What killed Jay in the mid 2000s? I remember that because I was rapping at the time. I'm trying to, figure out. I'm in that temper with all the styles thing. Right. When Ether came out, when Cameron made that tape where he took all of Biggie's rhymes that Jay took, and it was like, oh, you think I'm lying? Took this lyric. I'm like, dog, I'm not fooling with Jay until he writes his own rhymes. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, for me, that's where I was like, I'm off of Jay. Jay cool, but even on Big Pimpin', ain't nobody touching Pimp C's part on that whole song.
C, yeah.
You know what I mean? He the one to make. I love Bum is my guy. Bum B and Pimp C is my dudes since I went 92 when I went to Memphis, and I heard Pocket Full of Stones for the first time on a little tape. It was a little black tape that they was passing out. Now I heard Pocket Full of Stones. So Pimp has been my dude, but Pimp kills that song. You know what I'm saying? So Jay never had that. There's only a few times that I could get on and I can say Drake was on a song and somebody lyrically when he did that song with Lil Baby and Lil Baby killed that. I was like,
but I think that's what it is, right? So back in the day when rappers would get on, they was like looking at each other like fool. Dog, I'm not here to be your friend. I'm not here to big you up. I'm here to. I remember hearing what was that Banned from TV, right? Banned from TV. Cameron, Noriega.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember Banned from TV.
Oh man.
You talking about you're talking about the round table cipher that they had?
It was from DJ Clue.
DJ
Banned
Clue
from TV. It was his first album, not a mixtape. It was
you talking about the mixtape? I thought you was talking about. I thought you was talking about that time where Big Pun. I think it was Big Pun. What's his name? Fuck. It was DMX, Big Pun. God, Lee, I can't. Damn, the one who dissed LL. Cannabis. God damn. I can't think of his name. Offhand, but they were in a round table rapping. I thought you were talking about that, but you were talking about a mixtape. Okay.
Yeah, no, well, it wasn't. It was DJ Clue's album. It was his.
It was album.
You know, yeah, The Professional.
Oh, yeah. When DJ Clue used to drop them albums.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. He did Professional 1, Professional 2. And boy, that damn, that was a shit.
I'm not a biter, I'm a writer. Yeah.
Yeah, for myself and others. I mean, Jay-Z, like I said, I'm not taking nothing from Jay-Z, but he ain't never been, it's never been his era.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's never been his era. Like when people say, "Oh, I'm not scared of LeBron," I think people say the same.
They're not scared. Yeah,
I don't think anybody was scared of Jay-Z to drop.
Remember, I was even say this, and we're gonna go to the next one, unless you got some other jewels to drop. But remember when Jay-Z came? Was it Blueprint 2 when he came out with the Defa Auto Tuner?
No, that wasn't Blueprint 2. That was 3.
That was 3.
I want to say that was 3.
That was 3.
It was because after it was Blueprint 2, then he did Black Album. He did he did Kingdom Come, American Gangster, then Blueprint 3. Yeah. So I want to say the Blueprint 3.
And then when that came out, Nas did a little song called Hip Hop Is Dead. And people forgot about that. Because I'm not gonna lie, that was a good album. That was a good J album. Was Blueprint 3 was a great album. But and that's why I was always saying there was not a run for him, because when Hip Hop Is Dead, people got pissed what Nas said, and boosted the sales of Nas just from the album. The death of hip hop is actually Hip Hop Is Dead is a dope album because it's conscious and it's conscious core. You know what I mean? There was no coming back from that. That's why American Gangster, all of that came out. Dog, it's what I'm saying. There was nothing that I'm like, yo, this dude is the top artist of all time. There's nothing, nobody gets killed. There he is. You know what I mean? So, I'm sorry, dog. You know, a dude with 2 albums still gets more respect in New York, which is Notorious B.I.G., than all the albums you have combined.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
So
he does.
So
which is crazy to me. Which is crazy, but yeah. Oh, we ain't that crazy. That ether, man. We don't even need to go, because when I heard ether, I heard that on a was that a Clue tape? I might have been a Clue tape. I heard that, but either way, when I heard that ether, man, because I thought when Jay came out with
when he did Super Ugly,
because Super Ugly was a response to ether.
Which was whack.
Which was whack. It was on Blueprint. Where he dissed Prodigy and everybody, you know what I'm saying? He was but either way, I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn, Jay got it, Nas. And then Nas came with that damn ether. I said, this.
Hold on, wait a minute. You talking to what's the name of the song? I know what song you talking about, but it was kind of a shot to Nas. It was a shot to Nas, and then Stillmatic. First of all, I can listen to Stillmatic.
It's a diss on Stillmatic that go over a lot of people's head that Nas dropped against Jay that was damn near just as hard as Ether was.
Which one?
Hold on.
Because actually I was just listening to this album. I was listening to Nas the other day. I was in my bag listening to Nas. I was listening to old Drake.
Takeover. When Jay dropped Takeover, I was like, damn, he could, because he did that at Summer Jam. I remember watching that Summer Jam. Michael Jackson was there, Rocky, you know what I'm saying? Like, that Summer Jam was wow. He did that Takeover. He had everybody up on the screen that he was this.
Yeah.
That, you know what I'm saying? Huge. Nas dropped that Ether, and Angie Martinez was like, we gotta play that, because her and Jay, they close.
Jay's cool. Yeah, they cool.
She had to drop that Ether. Flex dropped the bomb on it. It was, oh man, this was crazy. See, these kids don't even understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could talk all day long about him. Let's go to the next. Let's keep it moving, man.
I gotta ask you. I gotta ask you a question though. I gotta ask you a question.
Yes, you tell your grandkids about Ether. That's what you gotta tell.
Who had the greatest? I would say this. Who had the dopest diss? Cannabis to LL or DMX to Corrupt?
No, you mean Corrupt to DMX.
What DMX is dissing back on, y'all go make me lose my mind. That's
nah.
You don't like
that,
think that's a
nah,
diss?
then we're not using that because when Corrupt came out with calling out names,
Calling names, yeah, calling out
I
names.
said, "Oh my fucking god!"
They don't think
that's a slept on song, but he went
it's
through
slept
everybody.
on. Yeah, it is.
He was mad. He was mad about that whole Foxy Brown situation. He was mad about
Okay, so Corrupt versus Cannabis. Who would you pick in that battle? Who had the best
at the height of
where they was
powers?
At their powers,
I got to give it to Corrupt because Cannabis he didn't even survive LL. And not saying that LL ain't the man. I'm a big LL fan. I think LL could hold his own against anybody, but he didn't even survive that. And that was small potatoes compared to what Corrupt would do to him. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Corrupt, I think Corrupt would damage Cannabis. But you know, they got 2 albums together. You know, they were part of the 4 Horsemen. Him, Corrupt, Cannabis, Raz Kaz, and the homie from not the real Wu-Tang, but what's his name? Killer Priest.
Okay,
Yeah, check them out. They did music together. So
because a lot of people don't understand, Corrupt for one is for Philly, and
Philly.
And he has that lyrical, like he loved Rakim. So a lot of those metaphors, like if you ever listen, like everybody's tripping on My Mind's Made Up on Tupac album, and everybody like just like I remember when the album came out, but I'm like, nah. I mean, a Corrupt guy did one of the dopest bars on that song, Mind Made Up.
I come back with 2 packs of that bomb propylac for protection, in case my fucking sack won't collapse. Cause nowadays, city evades the X-rays, sending young motherfuckers to an early game.
Killed that. It did. I mean, because I was tripping. It was like, you know, Inspector Deck was supposed to be on there. Yada yada yada. And somebody actually found the verse that Inspector Deck was supposed to be on.
Daz lost the file. That's
lost the file. You know what I'm saying? And it will Corrupt. It was a video, and we're gonna go to the next subject. But Corrupt said that what happened was once Tupac got that song, because he took Lady of Rage off of there.
Yeah,
he took
it was a Dog Pound song.
It was a Dog Pound song. Yeah, he took all these people off of there, and he said once you got to Inspector's part, the beat dropped. The beat stopped because it was too much, and they didn't have the rest of the beat. So he was like, just drop it, and we're just gonna use the lyrics when the beat cut. He was like, it wasn't no diss to Inspector Deck, but Inspector Deck's lyrics was dope.
It's a version. You can look it up on YouTube. It's the whole version is out with Inspector Deck. The Tupac album. And the reason why it was so quick, why Tupac was able to come out of jail and boom, drop an album was because it was Snoop's album, it was Lady of Rage, and it was Dog Pound. They took all those songs and gave them the Tupac.
It gave him the pot.
So that's why it was so easy to do. Rage was actually mad about that because she was supposed to come. She was supposed to come out before Snoop. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah,
she was the official. She was Death Row's first artist.
Yeah, she was the Lady of Rage. You know what I mean?
She was Death Row's first artist.
Yep. So
yeah, I remember the Violator albums. What was my joint on there?
I remember the Violator albums. I think that was the times when I was LimeWiring a bunch of. I was over here killing the scene. LimeWire. And if you know what LimeWire is, trust me, I made a lot of gas money. Put it like that. You know what I mean?
Busta Rhymes had a dope joint on the Violator album. Noriega. I think 50 showed up on Violator album, the second Violator album. Like it was some stuff.
There was 50K, man. I remember watching this LimeWire. Yes, I remember watching this movie, and the first time I heard 50 Cent, he was on the soundtrack of this movie about these dudes who was fake being stockbrokers. It was running a scheme. It had Vin Diesel. Yeah, I can't think of the name of that movie. And 50 Cent was had a song at the end of that movie. You know what I'm saying? The first time I actually heard 50 Cent. You know what I mean? So yeah,
Boiler Room,
man. And I actually worked at a place like Boiler Room that was scamming people. So that's why I love that movie. But anyway, let's get it. Because I can talk. I ain't gonna lie. I can talk about this all day because I love hip hop. You know what I'm saying? You know, had a song out there. You know, I got a few songs out in the zeitgeist. You know what I'm saying?
Me too. Me too.
Yeah. So anyway, so let's get to Deadpool 3.
Right.
And Deadpool 3 is keeping is expected to keep its May 3rd, 2024 release date. Now, there is particular rumors that we're going to see a lot more variant versions of Deadpool, which I'm a Deadpool fan. Got plenty. I can talk Deadpool all day, especially comics. They're talking about doing a Deadpool core, and you're gonna see variant versions of Wolverine. Let me ask you, Blue.
Yeah.
What version? Okay, what actors would you want to see be a variant version of Wolverine? Whether it's funny, serious, whatever. What versions would you like to see in this movie and with Deadpool? What versions?
Daniel Radcliffe as Wolverine, I think would be dope.
You think Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter, as Wolverine? He's short enough.
I think he's honestly, you know, and
He's
seeing
a great
him,
actor, though.
He is a great actor, and seeing him lately, I think he'll be the perfect version. What's my man from we're playing in the boys right now? He was Judge Dredd. He was in Star Trek.
You talking about Butcher?
Yeah.
Well, he was already in MCU as
Damn, he was, but still, I wouldn't mind seeing him as Wolverine. Who else I think could play Wolverine? I
know Tyler. No, not Tyler. The guy from the Kingsman.
Yeah.
Tyler.
I know exactly who you're talking about. What is his name? What is his name? I just had it too. But yeah, he could do it. Different. I would love to see Carl Urban is the name. Keith Urban, not Keith Urban.
What's up?
That's
my cousin Newt. What's up, Newt? Yep, Keith Urban. I love it.
Yeah,
Terry Edgerton. Yeah.
Keith Urban. If Keith Urban show up as Wolverine, that would be crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy talk, Blue. Harry Potter.
Yes, Harry. But think about it. Dre said funny. I think if you
buffed him up, if he actually
have you seen him? Have you seen him?
I've seen him lately, but I mean, he's more Spider-Man buff than Wolverine buff.
I mean, because he's short in stature. I don't know. I think he
short
can
in
do
stature.
But as far as Deadpool, I wouldn't just mind seeing Ryan Reynolds play different variants of himself. Like, I think he should play the Wolverine Origins variant, bring that motherfucker there back. You know what I'm saying?
No. Oh no! I mean, he already killed him, so he can't bring it back. Remember, he did.
He did.
He killed him.
I would like to see like an old man Wade played by.
Old Man Wade was in Despicable Deadpool right before they destroyed that Ultimate Universe.
Right.
When he went back, the daughter he had was Shekla, and then the daughter from his original universe is because he has a black daughter. Nobody knows that.
Yeah,
but he has a black daughter. Yeah. And at the end of that, he got this long beard and mustache. It's hilarious, and he all skinny.
Old Man Wade.
Deadpool. Yeah. Old Man Wade. Yeah.
And then I would like to see Lady Deadpool.
I think there's a rumor that she's going to show up. Kid Deadpool, the headless Deadpool.
I don't want to see Gwenpool.
No Gwenpool.
I know I don't want to see Gwenpool. I just think that they keep pushing the Gwen Stacy character on us to try to, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like they trying to make up for killing Gwen back in the day, which I thought was a good. Yes, you killed Gwen. She did. You know what I'm saying? But now y'all want to bring her back as.
But I like this. I like the concept of Gwenpool because she fangirled out and it came true.
Right. No, I think Gwenpool is a dope character, but I'm done.
Gwenpool is overkill.
It is. To me, it's overkill. You know what I'm saying?
If they buffed up Penn Badgley, he could do Wolverine.
You know, I did just see him in what was that? The last season of You. He had the beard. Maybe they can, you know what I'm saying, trim the beard up a little bit. He did have a little straggly. That could work. I could see Penn Badgley doing it if they buffed him up a little bit. But
I ain't gonna lie. I want to see Danny. I want to see Danny DeVito as Wolverine too.
Danny DeVito as Wolverine. Oh, he could be the what was that? The
Wolverine.
Marvels. What was that? The Marvels comic. They were in the future. You know, you had
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking
well,
about.
Wolverine was all fat. He was married to Jean Grey. He was all well, he was divorced from Jean Grey. He was all fat and shit. So that would be.
This is a Deadpool movie, so you
Right.
can do whatever you
You can do
want, and
do it.
it's gonna sell. I'm gonna watch it 80 times. You know what I'm saying? So it
Yeah,
don't
but
matter to me.
you're a Deadpool
I'm a
fucking
Deadpool
fanatic.
fan.
Though.
You see what I got on. You know what I'm saying? Like besides like T'Challa my guy, but Wade's my dude.
I would, and you know what? I would like to see the symbiote Deadpool when he got the
you talking about Venom Pool.
Yeah, I would like to see that. And
which it's canonized now. It is canonized.
Canonized, yeah.
Because that was a what if story, and it got canonized in
King in Black.
No, it got canonized in Absolute Carnage. I mean,
was that Absolute?
Yeah,
no, it was, but that was the King in Black storyline.
It was okay. You had King in Black, and after that, after the Null symbiote god, you went into this Absolute Carnage because Carnage wanted to take over as the king of the symbiotes. So you know, so they canonized Venom Pool and all of that, which was dope. Was dope. Hold on.
And then I would like to see that 1980s, what was it, 87 X-Force version of Deadpool. Just hardcore, no jokes. Yeah. I'm here to kill Cable, call it a day.
Yeah, you know the original Deadpool.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing something like that.
That what was that? New Mutants 98.
New Mutants, yeah.
I got that was
the last New Mutants issue, which went into X-Force #1.
No, it went 98, 99, 100 X-Force #1 because I got that whole run. I got that whole run from 85 to 100, and then I got the start of X-Force because I was trying to get all New Mutants because hell, you can go get New Mutants.
So it was 3 New Mutants. It was Deadpool showed up in 3 New Mutants, and then X-Force 1.
Yeah, so he showed up in New Mutants 98, and then he shows up in X-Force #2. Because he shows up in X-Force #2. So that's when he shows up. Also Wade is Galactapool too. He's Galactapool. Yeah. I want. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do Pikapool. They're not gonna do Pandapool.
And can we get the shark?
The shark.
What's the shark's name on Monster Island?
Oh, you talking about? I forgot his name. When they did that was the what was that 2019 run?
Yeah, when he became King of the Monsters.
Yeah, King of the Monsters. That was Scotty Young's run. And that wasn't Scotty Young's run. Scotty Young's run was before that. Scotty Young's run pissed me off because he tried to introduce what is it, a pool kitty or a puddle something. I was like, man, what the hell are you doing? Jeff was funny. Kelly Thompson, Kelly Thompson. His run now is way better than Kelly Thompson's run. That run didn't last long, and then they shelved Deadpool for a while until the new lady, forgot her name, Asian lady, is writing him now. So that shit, I ain't gonna lie, that shit pissed me off because there was a lot of stuff that him trying to sneak in the Kokoi and all of that. Man, that shit was awesome. And then I don't know what the hell they did with that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Jeff is awesome. Jeff is awesome. Who else do I think could play? Who could play Wolverine in Hollywood?
Or you know what? What if we just got a lot of Hugh Jackman doing crazy shit with Wolverine?
That'd be awesome.
Hugh Jackman, you know what I'm saying? Him coming from theater, I could see him, you know what I'm saying, playing with different Wolverines. You know what I'm saying?
That's singing.
Yeah, a singing Wolverine. You know, like I could see him doing some crazy shit like that.
That'd be pissing so many people off. They already mad that Wolverine is not sleeveless. Well, they don't know that Hugh Jackman actually has skin cancer. Then that's why they're covering up his arms. You know what I'm saying? So Drake comes from Drake is Wolverine.
Drake is Wolverine as what was he in Degrassi wheelchair
too? I forgot his name. I mean, remember he came in Anchorman too. So it ain't the rule. It ain't the realm of possibility. You said I thought Dugan's run was mid. I dig everything before that. It's because you're coming from
Jerry Duggan was
Duggan's
that right before this run? Jerry Duggan was right before this run.
No. Jerry Duggan was that was all when Captain America was Hydra Cap and all of that.
Oh, so this was when Deadpool was running around with an old girl.
I
His
think
wife.
No, this was before. This was before that. That was before that? I think it was before he started running around with Jerry Duggan's run was when he married Shekla and all of that. It went wild and crazy. One of the dudes from the House of a Thousand Corpse was helped with that run too. No. One of the actors. The one actor kind of bald with glasses, kind of nerdy dude. Daniel Way, yeah. Daniel Way. Daniel Way was before that. Daniel Way's run, because that was when he was trying to be with the X-Men, and a lot of that story that you see in Deadpool 2 is Daniel Way's stuff.
Daniel Way's, yeah. That's when he would show up in the yellow and blue X-Men shirt and stuff.
You said Cullen Biz run. Yeah. And he had a couple of miniseries. Matter of fact, I have a Daniel Way signed book too, from X Marks the Spot, designed by Daniel Way. And I loved his run because his run was still fun, but he was doing way more action, and he was doing in certain stuff, it was a lot more serious than just straight comedic. It's not like Joe Kelly's run. Joe Kelly's run is fucking awesome because of the wacky shit that they did.
Would you want what it was, Agent X?
I wouldn't mind that. Honestly, I wouldn't mind that. When he was when he was the hardcore version of X-Force, when Wolverine, when they were all in the grave. No. You're talking about no, that's Major X I'm thinking of.
Hold on. Let me make sure it was Agent X. Yeah, Agent X.
Hold on. Let me try and make sure that I'm no, Marvel. I don't know what that is.
Oh, the TV show that came up.
Remember
Agent X took over for Deadpool. People didn't know whether it was Deadpool, and he didn't have a mask on. He just had that X scar across his head and shit like that.
That didn't last long. I forgot all about that, honestly. Just like when Rob Liefeld introduced Major X, you ain't see shit about Major X after that. He had his miniseries, and that was the end of that. And people were going fucking bananas for Major X, selling that book for way more than what it's worth, and you ain't seen that shit since. Yeah, but yeah, I forgot all about Agent X, and it didn't matter because this shit didn't last long. So say yep. But I mean, I would like to see like you said, the original Deadpool from New Mutants 98. I would like to see that. I would like to see the Joe Kelly version of Deadpool that actually can disappear, reappear with his wristband, where he can he'll just basically teleport. Teleportation device. Yeah,
that's the body slide. That's what it is. Body slide.
Yeah,
he stole it from Cable.
Oh yeah,
remember Cable and Deadpool, that series that ran about a year, 2 years.
That was after Joe Kelly's run was his first major run in '97. It was Joe Kelly, Fabian Nicieza, what's his face? Not Mouse. The fuck is dude's name? His buddy.
Gideon?
No, his buddy.
Oh, the dude from Hydra, not from Hydra.
His partner. It's fuck. You gonna maybe my comics is put up, but what is his name? Not Mouse. His buddy that he always hangs with. Is him, Blind Owl, and oh boy.
Shit. I know exactly who you talking about.
I forgot his name, but he's the one who makes the device so he could be able to teleport.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because Joe Kelly and Fabian Nicieza run really it introduces a lot of characters. It introduced Blind Owl. It introduced fucking what's his face? What's his name? Ajax, all of it. Weasel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Weasel.
Weasel.
Yeah.
Weasel creates the device so he can be able to teleport. Like he literally goes back to an era where in what was that, Deadpool number 11 in the Joe Kelly run, where he's Spider-Man in the 19s, in the what was it, the 1960s. So he goes back and Blind Owl is Aunt May, and nobody knows who he is because in everybody else's face he's Spider-Man. That shit is fucking. This is one of the great comedic comic books of all time, next to Luke Cage number 8 and 9 when he beat the shit out of Dr. Doom for
his but not fucking money. Paying him.
One of the greatest comedic runs of all time. So yeah, I would like to see a little bit like wacky Deadpool, you know what I mean? So there's a couple things that I would like to see, but yeah, but Wolverine, I wouldn't mind seeing Daniel Radcliffe just to see what it looks like, because it might be awesome. You know what I'm saying? It might be like awesome as shit, but you never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Deadpool. I have Deadpool in Cable and Deadpool. One of the first introduction of Spider-Man versus Deadpool was in Cable and Deadpool. I think number 23 or something like that. I got that. I got that comic too. But yeah, Cable and Deadpool is awesome.
I used to like Cable and Deadpool because Cable always was trying to like get away from Dead, but he couldn't because they was linked with the, you know what I'm saying, with the shit. So
yeah, and then the run that I have that started my whole Deadpool everything was Spider-Man and Deadpool. One of the great Deadpool runs of all time, because it runs through a lot of storylines that was going on at the time, and it's awesome. It's amazing. It ran, I think, 60 some odd issues. Great run.
Most Spider-Man crossovers are like,
yeah. And for that run to be 60 comics deep, because I got I got every comic and of that run, read every single one of them. Great comic run. They even go to the real world where they like, wait a minute, we're Marvel, we're what did he say? He was like, we're actors, but only Deadpool knows that everybody's an actor. It's amazing. It's a great run. I would recommend anyone to read that run. It's amazing. Then yeah, where's my money, honey? He beat the dog shit
his money
out of Dr. Doom for that money.
My money, man.
Give me my money. Where's my money? I need my money, man.
My money. Give me my money. So, but you know, they was doing a lot of stuff. Like Marvel didn't take itself too serious with some things. You know what I'm saying? Just sometimes just to get the point across. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Luke Cage beating up Dr. Doom, Thanos riding around in the goddamn helicopter trying to get away from Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever read Thanos versus Deadpool versus Thanos?
Yeah. And Thanos was mad he couldn't kill him, and it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
he couldn't kill him because of Lady Death.
Yeah,
so because
Thanos,
of Lady Death.
All because Thanos cursed him
with the power of immortality.
Then you just gonna live forever. Then since I can't kill you, live forever. And that's what they say.
He got on his fucking nerves.
Yep.
And you said what?
No, I was just saying that's where, you know, some people say that's where Deadpool. It's not the healing factor that Deadpool has. It's the curse of Thanos. It keeps him alive or whatever.
Alive. Yeah, that's an awesome run. He got when Deadpool got the power of Cosmic. Shit, Cosmic Deadpool was the shit. I thought Cosmic Spider-Man was the shit. They did Cosmic Deadpool. Fuck. Oh man, I don't even want to. Are you about to maybe get excited?
Deadpool got some dope stuff, like when him and Black Panther interacted.
Oh yeah, Deadpool versus Black Panther. It was Panther Pool. That would be dope. I'm not gonna lie. That would be dope for him to just show up as Panther Pool. That shit was awesome.
He stole the
little sliver of vibranium. He stole the uniform.
He stole the uniform.
He stole the uniform, but he was trying to wonder because before that, there's a comic where Deadpool breaks into the Avengers compound. He runs into Black Panther. If Black Panther gets to beating the shit out of Deadpool because he was in the bathroom telling him all the he was spoiling Game of Thrones for him, and he was like, I didn't even see that episode yet, and he beat the shit out of him. So it plays off of that because he went to go get a sliver of vibranium to save Old Man Willie, which Old Man Willie, if we really don't know, is a small kind of homage to Stan Lee. So this is why Stan Lee shows up in what is that, Iron Man? Which Iron Man was that? Where he has on the US mail outfit. That was a play to Old Man Willie that's in the comics.
Because the second one he showed up at the party.
Yeah, it's one of whatever. That's when he was like Tony Stank. I think it was Iron Man 2. I think that's Iron Man 2. Yeah, when it was
he won the mail. I thought he was at the party.
He was at the party at Iron Man 1.
Was Iron Man 1? He was at the party.
Yeah. Iron Man 3.
Was 3.
Was it 3 when Stan Lee was Stank? When he said Tony Stank? He's like, yeah, here's Tony Stank. I forgot which one, but yeah, that's when he's in that US mail outfit. It's no, it was Civil War, Captain America Civil War. It was that because he was fucking with his legs. Yeah. So yeah, that's a play for Old Man Willie. If people don't know, so it was actually kind of cool to see him try to go save Old Man Willie, because then after that, I think Stan Lee died during that run. I think, you know what I'm saying. So it's a little bit to that, but yeah, I love that run. But anyway, what else would you? I mean, do you have anything else as far as Deadpool 3 that you would like to see or anything?
Just as you know, I wanted to be wacky and zany, but I also wanted to push something forward. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I wanted to have an actual story, because right now we're getting a lot of wacky, zany stuff, or what, you know what I'm saying? What could, what be? But I wanted to have a good story, like the first one, like the second one. You know what I'm saying?
Very good stories in the first and the second one.
Give me a good story.
Which Ryan is going to do that because he loves this character. This is his baby. He loves this character.
Right. I'm just saying, I don't want it to. All right. I don't want it to be too let me give, you know what I'm saying? Let me give all of this. Let me give all this. And then the story catches, you know what I'm saying? It's second win to everything else. I want a good story. So that's really all I want, man. If this is introducing X-Men, or if this is killing off that timeline, and you know, from what I understand, Deadpool and Wolverine supposed to get sucked into where we're at now, the 616 or whatever. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's really about it, man. That's really about it. So
yeah, he was also Willie the Postman. That's right.
That's
right. That's why Old Man Willie is a play towards Stan Lee. And that's why I love that comic so much. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like he was trying to save Stan Lee, but they were doing, I think it was before he died. Or no, it was after he died. After he died. Yeah. So yeah. I just want a good story, man. Want a good story. And Ryan, this is his baby. He's gonna have a good story. Hopefully, we get to see at least him and Loki. You know what I'm saying? Because there is kind of a rumor that this is Deadpool 3 and Loki is supposed to tie together. So
yeah, I heard that.
You know, so
we got the little we got the little X-Men Cerebro room. When they opened up the blast doors or whatever.
Yep.
So go out into the loom, that kind of was, I don't know if that was to signify X-Men, something X-Men-ish, mutant-ish or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? They did have that. I would like to see, I need Apocalypse some kind of way.
I got
a real
Apocalypse.
Black
a real
guy.
one. Yeah.
Marvel,
big
black
lips.
guy.
Big nose.
But you know, hulking body.
He needs to be CG. He needs to look like how good Thanos look. Right. That's what we need to have. You know who I would love? I would love to have
the dude who played Bishop.
No, I was going to say the comic writer because of his voice.
Oh, you talking about David? Is it David?
No, the comic writer of Guevara, the one who created Blue
Yeah,
Marvel.
who did yeah. I thought his name
Yeah.
was David Bravo.
Something like that, Bravo or something like that.
I thought it was Dave. I could be wrong. I thought it was, but yeah,
Because
I
of
could see him.
his voice.
His voice. Yeah.
I'm looking at he needs to be CGI voice actor. And I'm just looking at the way his voice
Well, they
is.
could use him, you know, because he was, you know, he also created Underworld.
Underworld, yeah.
Yeah, he also created Underworld. So, and you know, he was in the first two. I could see them using him as the model,
as the template, as the
you know what
template,
I'm saying,
and the way his voice. If Josh Brolin could do Thanos, I know damn well. You ought to say if you
Kevin calling him David. Kevin, that's right.
Grievous, yeah, rhymes with previous. I would love to see him get back into the swing of thing, and that would do Marvel a solid. The guy who created Blue Marvel, you know what I'm saying, bring him into the forefront and have him be. I love for that to be a part. His voice, the way you know, everything, dog. I love that. That's my fan cast. You know what I'm saying? That's a fan cast.
You bringing up Blue Marvel? We got the Marvels coming. To me, the scene is set to get the Ultimates, right? Now bear with me. How the Marvels, you know, from what we understand how the Marvel ends, if we can get, and this will be bringing T'Challa back, right?
Gotta bring T'Challa back.
Gotta bring him back. If they can somehow retcon that fake ass death that they did, and T'Challa's just been in a, you know what I'm saying, space sucked away, him and Blue Marvel come, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they can figure out some kind of way to get that team together, because right now we don't even have the Avengers.
We don't.
We don't have an Avengers team.
Is exactly.
Right. If we can get the Ultimates team, which would be Captain America. I mean, not Captain America, I'm sorry, Captain Marvel, America Chavez, right?
You got the elements.
We already got those three.
You just missing one more.
We just two more. Just Blue Marvel and Black Panther.
Exactly. So even if you didn't want to put Black Panther in the Avengers, he could be part of Ultimates. You know what I'm saying? Right. Number one, you can't say because Monica Rambeau is just as powerful. You know what I'm saying? As Carol Danvers. People don't know how powerful she can actually kill. You know, because of her spectrum power, she could kill Carol Danvers if you want to keep it real.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I was reading somewhere they said that she's probably the strongest character as far, you know, that's not God tier or whatever in Marvel Comics.
Yeah, she is. So you got somebody just as powerful. You know, you have a female, so you can't be like, oh, they don't like females in there. Yeah, you answer that. You know what I'm saying? You bring Black Panther. You have one of the most intelligent, smartest, strongest superheroes of all time in Blue Marvel. You know what I mean? You got America Chavez who can go through. So here's another female, you know what I'm saying, representative in the man. I'm telling you, you got a team. You got a team right there, and all the elements is there. What are you going? Don't put her on the Young Avengers. I don't want her to go to the Young Avengers. I want her to go to the Ultimates.
I want
to go to the Ultimates.
And they need to really show, because she's strong as hell too.
Who?
She
America
is
Chavez?
Yeah, America Chavez. America Chavez is OP. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't write her right because she's so OP. But if they utilize her the right way, and because she's not just a portal, you know, maker. She's
dope.
She's dope.
She's dope.
I mean? She's dope. Even Spectrum was like, how is she moving that fast? I'm in my Spectrum form, fast, you know, moving as fast as light, and it's still hard for me to keep up with her. That's how dope America Chavez is. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't mind that, just because they basically did that in the Avengers Assemble cartoon. They came out on Disney Plus, and it was a play on how he did the Fantastic Four
on the XD version.
The XD version. Because they did Black Panther's Quest. That was awesome. That was awesome. That was dope.
They just they could just take from the shit that they put out on that shit, and you know what I'm saying? And
haven't we been saying this with DC this whole time though?
Yeah, with DC, same way. Like they got the material, just transfer that shit right over.
Exactly.
Transfer it right over.
So we're getting ready to hit the 3-hour mark, and we're about to wrap this thing up. Anybody in the comment section have any questions or anything before? Yeah, of course they don't do the source material, but anybody in the comment section, if you got any questions or anything, I know this is a little bit different because, like I said, you know, Mika's no longer with the crew, but it's all good. She's still, you know, saying represented with her support. What do you guys have? What kind of questions do you guys have for us or whatever before we get ready to wrap this thing up? Wrap it up, box. I might put that video over on this one too. We can wrap it up.
Yep, taking questions. Any quick questions real quick we can go through before we wrap it up? I bet the
I'm gonna get
everybody, they like, nah, we good.
Yeah, we've been in here this long. Yeah, we've been in here this long. Shit, let us
For
go.
real.
Let us be free.
Let us free.
Let us free. You know, it's almost kind of a delay too, because people be having comments. And I didn't shut the live stream down, and I see it later. You know what I'm saying? So, did you see how do you pronounce that brother's name? Is it Wembanyama?
Wembanyama. Who is that?
The kid that got drafted he got drafted to the Spurs?
Yeah, I haven't watched any preseason. I've seen the scores. I just ain't watched no preseason yet.
All I know is my
Victor
boss.
Wembanyama.
Yeah, all I know is my Celtics just got Drew Holiday. So you know what that means, huh? I'm just saying. You know, I mean, going back to the chip. You know
don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing. We tied with the Celtics right now, 17-17. Who gonna get 18?
We are. We are. Start the Blerd interview campaign. If y'all okay, let me ask y'all since we on here. Do you want it just me and Blue? Or do y'all want to add another female commentator who could come in, who knows, you know, comic book movies and stuff like that? Do y'all want that, or you want our faces, our ugly mugs? Do you want us? Y'all let us know.
Right. And if y'all do want to see somebody, give us some names. You know what I'm saying? So we can reach out.
Shoot us some, shoot us some names. Shoot us, y'all follow us on Twitter and all of that. You know, if you follow me on Twitter, search some names.
The Blerd that is wild to me.
You think y'all want Pam TV to I know she does her own thing, so I don't want to take away from her thing. I think she does stuff on Mondays because I thought about it, but I think she's busy on Mondays. And we do this at 7:00 Central Time. So I love her. I love her enthusiasm. I love her insight. You know what I'm saying? So she'll be awesome, but I think she's busy on those days. If you know anyone, if y'all know anybody personally that's like, oh, I want to be a part of a podcast, it's a Blerd, just shoot them to us, man. Shoot us our inboxes. You know what I'm saying, on Twitter or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and let us know. You know what I mean? Because y'all might have friends or something like that y'all know that's clamoring for something like this, and this is an excellent way to, you know what I'm saying, to get started. But they got to be serious. You know what I'm saying? So, scout some YouTubers we never heard of. I mean, that's actually a good idea. Yeah. That's actually a good idea. Chill. Hold on. Wait a minute. Chill. Because Chill was like, yeah, Drake Mack better have his Black Panther #5, or I'm gonna knock his ass out too. Make a choice. I had to hurry up and get my shit. Hurry up and get my shit out.
Hold on. Can I say something about this current Black Panther run?
Go ahead.
Can I say something?
We got to.
Before we wrap it up,
I got time.
It's not a bad. This is just from these couple issues that came out. It's not a bad run, right? But I think it's just too slow for me.
You think it's too slow?
I just think it's too slow. Like
I'm sorry, Chill, I just think. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What is we on issue 6? What has happened? And you know what I'm saying? Like, what has happened?
So we're on issue #5 right now.
5, right? Going into 6, right?
But see, what I like about this particular run right now is that we have to the funky booty stank of Lord Voldemort has to be washed clean. So they had to. They're reintroducing. I love the way that they're reintroducing the Black Panther, right? T'Challa, the Black Panther, and him being reintroduced to the people of Wakanda. You got to be the savior of the people before you could go on the adventure with the Avengers. So to me, they're reintroducing new characters. He's in there with the people, learning from the people, protecting the people. That's what we needed first. And to me, he's more or less like the Batman right now that they need for this Gotham that they're creating, because I like the fact that they're not making, and I said this in my review.
But is this not just Black Panther Man Without Fear?
Not but Man Without Fear was totally different because he was hella hardcore in that. In here,
but as far, because remember, he was the cab driver, you know what I'm saying? He was undercover playing.
But he's undercover here. He's undercover here. Yeah, he was the cab driver in Man Without Fear.
You know, so
yeah,
I'm just seeing the same. And the Man Without Fear was slow.
The only difference between the Man Without Fear is that when you came from that Christopher Priest run, it was fucking amazing. We just came from was 100% garbage pail juice. So we have to literally. Yes, great. I like this because they're literally building them right back up. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm with that. I'm just because of the stank of he who we shall not name. Right. I guess I want to see the shits. I don't. To me,
well,
as a fan,
oh no, go ahead.
Me as a fan, I don't need to see him built up. I know where, you know what I'm saying? I know where he stands. I know where he's supposed to be at.
But you've been reading this for a while. Think about the younger reader who
they didn't read that. The young readers didn't read that.
Jim, you be surprised.
They didn't read that. They didn't read that. They didn't read when the Captain America knocked this motherfucker upside down. They didn't read
he need to get his leg back. I'm sorry. He needs to get his legs back. He needs to, first time he see Cap, it should be on fire.
Both of them. He should be both of them. Whether it's
that, it was after Hunter's run. Yeah, my bad. It was after Hunter's run because I keep forgetting that that a lot of Christopher Priest run was in Marvel Knights. It was under the Marvel Knights line.
That started Black Panther back up.
Yeah, and I keep forgetting, you know what I'm saying, that Marvel Knights line and that Man Without Fear, because it's so similar in tone. That's why I get those confused. So you're right.
And Steezel saying slow like her photon. Her photon run was slow. She at the end she sprinkled in some dopeness for for photon. Whether is she a mutant? Is she not? You know what I'm saying? What is she? But it's slow. Just it's time. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it's time to get to the shits. We 5 years
because Kavimu. Kivuma
entity or whatever it is. Now that's one thing that I said, okay, maybe now, because now we're getting to the mystical side of Black Panther.
Exactly. We haven't really explored the mystical side with Boss and all that in a long time. So we need to have if you're gonna have this character be the Avatar now and be just as. Now you're not relying on Killmonger now. You're not relying on Malice. You're not relying on Solomon's frogs and all of the stuff that came before. She's literally creating this new mythos, and now you could go back because in the beginning of issue 5, they show all these particular statues. The Boss statue is back there. So now,
and maybe we'll get some King of the Dead T'Challa. You know what I'm saying?
You might be able to get that.
Some of that.
Yeah,
so, I mean, I'm just saying it's just hopefully we have a good what's the word I'm looking for? It all culminates into something dope. I don't want it to be slow and then and we fall off short. I don't want her to fall off short. That's all, I guess. Because I do think she's a talented writer. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I think she missed the mark.
Steve has been doing awesome.
Yeah, but I think she missed the mark with that whole queer thing that she tried to, you know what I'm saying, that she tried to get over.
I mean,
I think she
I didn't really see I didn't see a problem with it because
I don't see a problem. What I mean by Mr. Mark, because if you go and see what she said she was trying to do a social study on the reader.
She is a doctor.
She is. I'm just saying, I think she missed the mark. Like, don't nobody give two fucks about that.
And well, you also have readers who get butthurt on anything that's different. You know what I'm saying, in comics, whether it's a transgendered character or like when Joker was pregnant in a joke comic, and here they come, you know what I'm saying, dogging, you know what I'm saying, the Joker. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't even canon. This is a joke. You know what I'm saying? The Root is not black on news. It's not. It's not.
Who said something about the Root? Was that earlier?
Big Dog Gaming. Yeah, this is back when that was earlier. They might be just watching.
Just not watching it from the beginning. Who said something about the Root?
Yeah, watching this from the beginning. Big Dog Gaming. I appreciate you coming through, though. I appreciate you coming through. You get a shout out at the end. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. Again, if you do want to blur that, I like that. You want to blur that to join us. You know what I'm saying? If you got some ideas or whatever, and I'm gonna take Chillmonger's advice and search for smaller YouTube channels. You know what I'm saying? And see if somebody want to hang with us. You know what I mean? So
pull up that Chill. What he just wrote. He said, "Blue, I think the point."
Hold on, I'm getting hit back here.
Blue, I think the point of that post was to draw attention to Diasa's identity, ignoring the things she said about study. But you can't, because she said it, you can't ignore anything she said about the study. And your point is valid, like to draw attention to the identity, right? Because nobody knew what that word was that she said.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like nobody was like, oh, okay, she's that. What does that mean? You know what I'm saying? The casual reader or just regular reader. Let me not even say casual. Hell, just anybody reading that.
I looked it up.
Right, but it would have to take, if you were just reading it, you just reading it.
Yeah, nobody knew.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew. She's still, for the most part, she's still a girl, right?
Yeah.
Now, the thing was, a lot of people was like, oh, is T'Challa gonna have a romantic relationship with, a transgender, and that's just making y'all feel yada yada yada. I guess that's the discourse that I didn't like. Like, you're not in tune with, you know what I'm saying, your sexuality, what you scared that you might be attracted to a trans woman. I'm like, nobody knew she was trans. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you're attracted. The whole thing about being attracted to a woman is you're attracted to a woman. If a woman, if you see a fine ass woman and you attracted to that, and then this woman come out and say, hey man, my name used to be Dan, the attraction now stops because you're no longer a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're no longer a woman. So I don't understand what study she was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this isn't a bad run. I'm not just trying to nitpick on that. You know what I'm saying? I just thought she failed at whatever her social experiment was. I just thought she failed. It went over everybody's head. You know what I'm saying? So if you, to what Chill just said, if you have to explain your social experiment, you missed the mark. You know what I mean? You missed the mark.
I understand. I get it. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Make sure to check out Blue's House if you haven't already. Make sure you check out the Dre Mack Show if you haven't already. Just make sure that you like, share, subscribe. If you're new, make sure you hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. I am out. Blue is out. Peace. Vibe higher, y'all.
Yes,
we are out of here. Let's get up out of here. Where the outro at? Because I don't know where it's at. Honestly, I'm like really looking for it. Okay. Yeah, there you go. All right, I'm out.
Blerd as fans. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you never miss another video. If you have a comment or an inquiry, make sure to put it in the comment section below.